What is up, New York Jets fans around the world, but especially in the tri-state area? I mean, we love our little group here in the tri-state area, and we have had to hang our heads this season, let's be honest. But good for us, the Giants and the Patriots suck just as much, but not this week. This week, the New York Jets are going to be putting the beat down on the Miami Dolphins, and I am all on board for it, because if we're going to beat anybody, it's got to be the effing Dolphins. Let's get that Jets chant in here. Jets, Jets, Jets. I'm getting pumped up. Okay? Because you know what? We haven't had a lot to get pumped up about this season, and tomorrow that changes, because it is a division rival. It is the team I hate the most in the entire world, the Miami Dolphins, and the Jets go into Miami, and I'll tell you right now, I'm looking for the victory. I know we're going to be short some players. I know Quantez Stiggers is out. I know Alan Lazard is out the rest of the season, so my whole thing with him is done. Breece Hall is out. But you know what? Let's see what Braylon Allen has, because I'm the guy who I can do without Breece Hall. I can do without that contract. Not that a running back's contract is that huge, but if we can save that money and have Braylon Allen be our starting running back next year, with someone in the, someone else, running it, I'm good with that. I am good with that. We have got a clean house next season, and it is time to start finding out which guys we're going to keep and which guys we can let go. Okay. And you know what? I wouldn't even be against having Tyrod Taylor go in there, but that'll make Aaron Rodgers look bad. And you know what? If Aaron Rodgers wants to play next year, he's going to play next year. There's nothing that any of us can do about that. A lot to talk about tonight. We're going to be doing an intermission report with Mike and Maddie's top 5. We're going to be looking for top 5 Christmas something. We've had the suggestion for Christmas movies, but maybe one of you guys could come up with something better. We'll eventually do Christmas movies. It might be tonight. Who knows? And I got another segment for you guys tonight, and it's going to be a segment called Midnite Mike Recommends, and it's stuff that I'm watching on YouTube, and I'll show you a few clips for here and there, and I'm looking to get you guys into what I'm watching, so not only can I enjoy it, but maybe I can enjoy it with some of you guys. But that's going to be in the second half of the show, because I have told you guys many times before, this is not a show that's appropriate for children. Okay. I know Connor comes on, but he knows what to expect. But this is not necessarily the show that you want to put your kids in front of, because we go off the rails. We're the Punk Rock Jets podcast. And I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, because I have noticed more and more and more Jets content creators coming out of the woodwork, or maybe Jets content creators that I haven't even seen before. They've been around. But we are lucky to be moving up that ladder, surpassing people. And that's all because of you guys. It's because of you guys who come in and watch your late night New York Jets host, Midnight Mike, yours truly, on a Saturday night here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do 2+ hours. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. The numbers keep going up. And honestly, that's because of all of you. Now, before I bring in my co-host, what am I going to ask you guys to do? I see a bunch of you in here, and I need you guys to hit that like button. Hit the like button down below. It is free for anyone to do, and all it does is help in the YouTube algorithms and lets more people see that we are live here on YouTube. And hey, it's the littlest you can do, and I know you guys will come through, because honestly, the last couple weeks, I ask you guys, and you do come through, you do hit the thumbs up button, and more people start showing up, and I see our numbers starting to go up throughout the show, and that's, once again, because of viewers like you. PBS, not PBS, Midnight Mike Show. But it's because of viewers like you. So I appreciate that. Tonight, we're going to talk about the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. We're going to be going over our picks for this week in the NFL. Like I said, the Intermission Report with Mike and Maddie's top 5, and Midnight Mike recommends towards the end of the show, because the language in what I'm about to show, what I'm going to show you, gets a little dicey. It gets a little dicey, not for children. I will tell everybody this. If you want your kids to get familiar with the Midnight Mike show, I would suggest them watching maybe the first hour. And then once the Intermission Report hits, let's pull them back. They should be in bed anyway, right? By that time, what is it, past 10 p.m. when we start doing the Intermission Report? Guys, get the kids away from the television and make it in a deal. Pour yourself a drink. I got a drink tonight in honor of my little brother. His birthday is coming up on the 10th. And I always drink what was his favorite whiskey, Tullamore Dew, and I've got it in my Christmas Dolly Parton wine glass there. I don't know if you could see Dolly there, but there she is. So cheers to Richard, my brother. I miss you, bro. And we're going to get on with this night. All right, here we go. Let's bring in my co-host and have some fun. Maddie, get in here and tell me how you're doing tonight.
How is everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. It is the Christmas season. Getting excited. Just, trucking through a weird week. So as you guys know, I went to graveyard shift and then I went on vacation for a week. So I wrecked my sleep schedule. And so now I'm trying to get back on that. And boy, howdy. I'm a flying Dutchman, dude. I'm a walking zombie. I am an absolute mess, but I'm having a good time. And I am excited for tomorrow.
What'd you do for what did you do for your vacation? Like, did you go anywhere? Did you just chill at home?
I was here. I was able to do 2 shows completely with you. And I chilled with the fam. I mean, I worked on some stuff, around the house, but I just was kind of like, it was my first vacation since I want to say like last year. So I just kind of chilled, and then
you came to Connecticut?
Pretty much, I think. Yeah. And so,
okay, there you go.
So yeah, so I just kind of took it easy, kind of putzed around. If I wanted to play a video game, I watched a movie. If I felt like watching a movie, I was unbound by the laws of mortals. And I actually have a vacation coming up again next month, which I'm excited for. So yeah, I'm kind of chilling and getting used to things.
I try to do that sometimes. I try to always take the week of Halloween off, but then, and I'm always thinking, man, I'm gonna sit around for a week. I'm gonna watch horror movies. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna drink apple cider. I'm gonna eat popcorn and pumpkin bread and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then my wife and the kids always have different plans, and I end up being quite busy. But I don't mind, because honestly, there's nothing like, just like you. There's nothing I'd rather do than hang out with my family and be with my wife and kids. So, I also love being here with you, Maddie.
Absolutely.
I don't want to insult you.
Yeah. My hetero soulmate over here.
There you go. Just like Silent Bob. Thank you.
That's right.
All right.
It's Christmas, man. I'm excited.
Me too. Do you like our background? I
do. It's funny. I saw that and I was like, I don't usually get into the holiday spirit, especially this early, but I'm kind of feeling it this year. I'm just kind of like the Christmas songs are already on at the store, and usually I'm a little like, all right, Jesus Christ. I'm like, nah, bump that shit, son.
Hell yeah.
And, feel good about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the first game I watch on this sleep schedule. So I'll get home tomorrow morning about 6:30, 6:45. And I literally have to set an alarm for about 15 minutes before the game to get up, watch the game, and then I'll probably go to sleep after the game and get a couple more hours.
Well, my plan for today was we ended up going out and doing a little Christmas stuff. There's a chocolatier in this cute little New England town. I know that sounds gay, but in this nice little New England town that's right next to ours, there's a chocolatier. That's for me. There's a tea shop. That's for the wife. And then there's a nice delicatessen they make outstanding food. We went there, but we also got our Christmas tree today, and I had full plans of putting up the lights and decor. By the time we ended up getting home, it was dark and I didn't have the sunlight coming through the living room windows. I am going to have to do that tomorrow and set up that Christmas tree with lights and ornaments and all that stuff, but I look forward to it. So I'm very excited.
And you want to give yourself enough time to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, and I know, Maddie, you have no idea. And I'm sorry, everybody who's watching, hit that like button. Make sure you do that. Get people in here. Let's get this show cranking. But Maddie, you have no idea. About an hour before the show, I came on here to try to do some stuff. I wanted to, I keep telling you guys that I have a new opening for Mets planned. And I went on to the program that I usually, no, I didn't get it done. I went on to the program that I usually edit my videos on and all that stuff. And the whole thing was not working. And I had to figure out how to uninstall, upgrade, do all this stuff. And literally by the time I finished what I needed to finish for just to get this show prepared, I had 5-10 minutes. Yeah. And I was completely frazzled coming on, but hopefully everything's working out. Hopefully everyone's hitting that like button. We can start talking about the Jets. I want to get to some of these comments in the comment section. Orlando C came in and said, no one's healthy for this game. I don't care, man. We're winning. We're beating the Dolphins. I don't care. If we win any games, let's beat those Dolphins. That's all I care about. Valerie, our first lady, is in here. Not only first lady, but also a channel member. Good to see you. Mike Green says, I feel this is the beginning of the end for this roster. The IR pass is coming in fast. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, all my teams are getting blown up.
Aaron. Yeah, I'm waiting for Aaron. Oh, yeah. Well, dude, the Rangers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
They sent away their captain.
That's my boy, too. I was not happy.
What the fuck?
Okay, so it's funny. Every time I sleep during the day, I wake up to find my captain's traded on that fucking team. It's happened 3 times.
But this early in the season, they're ready to get rid of their captain? It's early.
That contract was really hurting them. That's what it was. It was a contract thing. And I hate that they strong-armed him because they did the same shit that Tampa did with Ryan McDonough and the same thing they did with Barkley Goodrow this summer, where they were like, look, you can either agree to a trade or we can just put you on waivers and you go where you go. So they kind of strong-armed him. I'm going to maintain I will be a Jacob Trouba fan for quite a while, and I guess I'm going to quasi-root for the Ducks because he's there, and Pat Verbeek, who I'm a longtime fan of, is their GM, so I guess I'm a pseudo.
Whoa. When I pulled out my Ducks jerseys, you were making fun of me. Ducks suck. What are you a fan of the Ducks for? And now all of a sudden your boy's on the team.
Yeah, I'm a hypocrite.
Okay, fair enough. At least you admit it. At least you admit
no argument here. I'm full of shit. Like I say, I'm just going to kind of root for him because my boy's on there, but whatever.
I like this. Sorry I am late for my favorite Jet podcaster on YouTube, but I am glad to be here now. Roger, you're not too late. We haven't even started getting into everything, and I really do appreciate you being here. And then he comes in and he says, Jet Punk Rock Podcast, is that the name of it? I have a true Joey Ramone story. No, you know what? It's not that. I just think we're a little different than other Jets shows. Okay, we'll go places other shows won't go. Wait till the end of the show. You're about to find out when I do Midnight Mike Recommends. But yeah, we say things that are highly inappropriate. We will go places other shows won't go. We are more of a variety show where we'll talk about the Jets and we'll talk about football for 75% of the show, but we'll go off on tangents. We'll go into different things. It's like, a late night show. Just like any late night show.
Punk rock show, because I put this on my Jets hat.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Although, we got rid of them in 1776. I don't know what you're doing with the Union Jack on there.
Hey, I respect my roots. I respect my punk rock roots.
Fair enough. Are you a big Sex Pistols fan?
I love the Sex Pistols, actually. Sex Pistols, Iggy and the Stooges, I like, and my metal bands, Priest is my favorite heavy metal band. They rocked an awesome album called British Steel. So
we're probably going to beat the Fish tomorrow. Shaking my head, can't even tank right. No, time out. Rusty, I have said this before and I'll say it again. You're coming to look, I love you being here, but you're coming to the wrong show if you're looking for someone to tank. Because I am not a tank guy. I want to win as many games as possible.
We're not
leave it in the hands of God. No.
And honestly, let's be real.
Like I said,
the teams that are ahead of us already suck enough that we're not going to overtake them and get up there. We're probably going to be picking 7th this year, anyways. I don't want us to just lose. I don't like that losing culture that the Jets have, and the only way to get rid of it is to try and win every game.
Fair enough. And then like Maddie, like I said, it's like let it fall where it falls. Root for your team to win. And if we end up sucking and getting the first pick, we do. If we end up getting the 5th pick, we do. If we end up getting the 10th pick, we do. But like, I'm not going to root against my team. It's just, I can't do it. I don't have it in me.
And I've said this 100 times. I watch sports because I want to be entertained. You know what I mean? I love my team, but I don't like, I want to get out there and cheer for my team every Sunday morning. You know what I mean? It's because you have such a slim chance of being the Super Bowl champ anyways. I just want, of 17 weeks, I want to see wins. I want to root for a win every time. That's just how it is. And if they suck, fine. Then it's even better because it's an upset. But this is definitely not we're not a pro tank show. And I understand people that are, but it's just not us because, I think we've all made our peace with the fact that we're never going to win a Super Bowl because God hates us. So every Sunday is our Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I'm here. Look, man, we need to fry the fish. We need to squish the fish, destroy the Dolphins, whatever it is. Because like I said, a lot of people, the Patriots aren't your least favorite team. No, I grew up in the 80s with effing Dan Marino, who we actually could have had on our team. Not that I'm putting down Kenny O'Brien, great quarterback. I believe in 1985, he was the leading passer for the AFC. He would have been the leading passer in the league if it weren't for Joe Montana. And look, I love Kenny O'Brien, but Dan Marino has been a thorn in my side, a bug in my ointment for way too long. And fuck the Dolphins. If we could beat anybody, I want it to be the Dolphins. DB94 comes in and says, if your children want to watch the Midnight Mike show, they need to have a stint at Rikers Island first to really set the mood.
That's right.
Our Adirondack Fly guy comes in. Mike, Misty, chat, what's up? That's actually old school, man. Lane hasn't been on here in a while. He
hasn't called me Misty in a long time. So actually, we haven't seen old Lane lately. I hope he's doing all right. I miss the guy.
I'm sure he's doing okay. I'm sure he's doing just fine. Guys, thank you so much. I'm starting to see the numbers go up. I know that means you guys are starting to hit the like button. So please go down, hit that like button. By the way, obviously, I would appreciate super chats, gifted channel memberships, or join the channel. I actually have so I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, but I have an idea for and I talked to Maddie about it, but I talked to him about it, I want to say almost when he joined the show. And I want to have him and Murdog on, and this would be a members only show. I might go live and then put it immediately behind members only, but I want to listen. It's tapes that we're going to listen to that to me are effing hilarious, and why I love being an American, because only Americans can find humor in something so dark. So that's just a little spoiler, and that's going to be a members only thing. And I don't know when we're going to record it. If you happen to catch it live, but it's not going to be at a normal time. So you're going to have to be a member to really check it out. And it's going to be long enough where you're going to want to watch it, because it's definitely going to be very, very interesting. I will go through a few more chats. Let me just say hi to everybody. I see all you guys. Adirondack Fly guy. Stack, what's up, man? You weren't the first one in tonight. What's going on? Stack is in here. Valerie in here. Adirondack Fly guy. Tiffany Jordan, what do you have to say? Let's see here. Please, for the love of God, beat Miami. Signed, a Bills fan. Look, I appreciate the support. I want to beat up on the Dolphins, but I don't know why you're concerned. I don't know why Bills fans are concerned, because you guys already have the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally the Jets, Patriots, and Dolphins wrapped that up in a beautiful bow and handed it to you weeks ago. So you're welcome. No, it's not pointless. We'll be fucked in the draft, and the cycle never ends. Look, let it fall where it falls. It's bad. Look, we've sucked for 40 years of my life, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm used to it, and I'm okay. It is what it is. Having a top 10 pick, having a top 10 pick and a few wins to be happy about is ideal. Yeah,
pretty much.
There you go. And I can't imagine rooting against my team. It's just crazy to me. I appreciate, by the way,
I'm just less annoyed when they lose. I go, well, at least the draft pick is looking better. But it's just kind of the less salt.
What's up?
Can't root for them.
Yeah, what's up,
okay.
Mike D's nuts? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, guys. All right. So we're back. Now I'm gonna obviously check out all you guys in the draft or in the draft. Adirondack just said this draft sucks. I could care less where we fall. Exactly. I'd rather beat the Dolphins. But we got to get into our topics for the night. Let's just start off real quick, Maddie. We got the Jets and the Dolphins. We're down in Miami. It's not going to affect us where the sun is or anything like that because it affects teams that they look. I have to give it to the Dolphins, and I have to give it to their management to build a stadium where where the visiting bench is in the scorching sun for most of the game is genius.
Yeah,
and I completely respect that. Whatever you can do. Yeah, whatever you can do to build, a home field advantage, you do it. Just for the same reason Seattle built their stadium very vertical and up to make the crowd noise be over the field and make them that much louder. And then they became the 12th man. Look, whatever you can do. MetLife doesn't have a home field advantage. When we do night games, I feel like there's a little bit more of a home field advantage when all the green and all that is going around the state. But MetLife has giant. I mean, let me ask you, Maddie. Doesn't Giant Stadium to you always feel like more of a home field advantage than MetLife?
Yeah. It's always going to be though. I mean, even then, it'll always be the Giants' house that we just happen to rent a room in. And but yeah, Giant. No,
I don't look at MetLife like that.
Giant Stadium was definitely more yeah. It felt like it was just tougher. There, you know what I mean? It was the Jet. Like if you were playing in Giant Stadium, you were on the road. Like you knew you were not welcome there. MetLife feels very corporate and very clean. Would be how I describe it.
Yeah, and it's just. But either way, that home field advantage of the Dolphins is not going to affect the Jets in December. It's just not. It's going to be probably moderate temperature. I don't know. Somebody in the chat give me the temperature for tomorrow's game? I can't imagine it being much over 80, 85. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess 76. That's what I would guess for this game. So, let me know in the comments section. But Maddie, I'm telling you tonight, I'm picking the Jets. I'm not going to give you my, let's do it, man. Let's get pumped at the end of the season.
They're gonna win, and then all the dummies are gonna be like, "That's it, man. Run the table. We'll get that 7 seed." Shut up. No, they're not gonna run the table. But I got them with the upset tomorrow, and yeah, it's funny because I was thinking about that, and I was like, God, I'm gonna sound like such a hypocrite going back saying, because I said earlier the last 2 weeks I was like, if you pick the Jets for the rest of the season, you're an idiot. But I got a weird feeling about tomorrow, so we'll see.
It's not for me. It's not a weird feeling. It's just. I always get pumped for Jets Dolphins. It's just that to me, especially now that we're back to the uniforms that I grew up with. I was just God, I want my, and I don't know if we have Scott Black or YouTube user, any of our Miami fans in the chat or watching yet, but I loved the Dolphins uniforms. I don't know if it was at Thanksgiving that they wore the Merinos.
I think was it? But yeah, they wore them. Yeah, and I'm like, I want them to that's what I want to see. Is us and then those.
And the thing is that no matter which Dolphins uniform you wear, it's still the gayest in all of sports. But at least those Merino uniforms, they just have that Merino flair to them. Like it's that old Jets rivalry. Yeah,
when they had Dan Marino, exactly. They were like, "Fuck! Every year we got to deal with Dan Marino twice." So.
But man, how great were those like shootouts between Ken O'Brien and Dan Marino?
So good, man. Some of those games you were just, I mean, you were physically tired after just watching those games. They were so good.
And granted, the defense, it didn't seem like they showed up some of the time, but there were games where Marino and O'Brien were going at each other where the combined score was almost 100 points. It was ridiculous.
47-43 or some shit like that. It was insane.
Yeah. I miss those days. God, and I'll tell you what, there's no way the Jets scored anywhere near 40 tomorrow. I'll tell you that.
If they have a 4 in their score at all, it'll be 14.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to, but no, if we only score 14, I don't think we're beating the Dolphins. So
No, we'll see
I
what
think
happens.
I think the Jets need to get it at least into the 20 range before we could say, oh,
They
we'll
got there
probably beat
last
the
week and
Dolphins.
didn't win, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I expected Murdog to be here already, so he would be here for the picks. But we're just going to get into him, Maddie. We're just going
Yeah, he'll
to
be
get
around if he's
into
around.
these picks. Yep. Guys, remember, hit the thumbs up. It's fucking free. Hit subscribe if you're new, and super chat. Let me know you're in here. Let me know you're supporting the show. Super chat channel. Become a channel member. Gift a channel membership to one of your fellow Jets fans. We always appreciate that here on the Midnight Mike Show. It is time to get in the picks for the week. Usually I have them written down, Maddie, but I'm going to have to go off my phone because, once again, leading up to this show was a complete cluster for me. It was, oh God, it was a disaster. My wife's yelling at me. She's like, calm down. Just figure it. You'll figure it out. And I'm just like, it's fucked. I have to do that. Whatever. It is what it is.
Been there.
All right, let's. He showed up. He showed up. Here he is, Mike, Maddie, Murdog. What's up, Murdog?
Oh. What's up? No, I was here. I was watching the show. I just didn't click backstage yet, but I was watching the show. So on the YouTube.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I like to give you guys your alone time.
Yeah, we need that.
Oh, that's fair enough. We have some Dolphins fans in the house. JoJo Finn Suns White Sox. What the fuck is that? Finn Suns White Sox? I'll never understand this. He must be a younger fan, although he does have that old, like their newer logo. Somehow they took the logo that JoJo's using and made it even gayer by making it more streamlined, and they took off a football helmet. At least this Dolphin is wearing a football helmet.
Man. I always thought that was so, like, Dolphin wearing a football helmet. Loved it. So hideous.
Yeah. But yeah, JoJo, yeah, you're not the only. Usually we have a couple Dolphin fans in here, and I want to let you know, we're welcome here. You're welcome to talk shit. We are not the show that bans people. Now once again, we had some problems in the past. I'll repeat this for new viewers. We've had some problems in the past where people will start dropping, the English cigarette word for a gay person, in the comments section. No one else has dropped the N-bomb yet, thank God. But if those two words are the kind of words that we would have to, we'd have to delete your comment, or one of our moderators, whether it be Kim or Ricky or Dana or whatever, is going to have to delete that. That's all we'll do. But if you're respectful, and I don't mean respect, call us pieces of shit, call Jets fans losers. I don't give a shit. This is not the show where you get kicked out. So welcome. We appreciate you being here. Oh, there he goes. He says he's a Finns fan since the 80s. Well, let me explain why I thought you were a new fan. Because usually old school fans like all the teams in their area. Okay, we us kids of the 80s, kids of the 70s, kids of the 90s, we all loved our hometown teams. But kids today, because you can watch any team anywhere with all illegal streams, NFL Sunday Ticket, MLB, all these different things. You can watch so many teams that I've noticed that kids today, even with fantasy sports, they'll like all these random teams because they like certain players. So, back when I'm Jets, Yankees, Devils, Knicks. Murdog's pretty much the same, except he's Islanders. Maddie's close the same. He's Mets, Rangers. But we all grew up in the tri-state. We all stuck with that. And that's why when I saw Finn's Suns White Sox, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So that's why I thought you were a younger fan. But respect. We respect all the fans who have been around for 40 years like ourselves. All right, real quick before we got a super chat. Let's hit that Jets chant. Jets. Mike D's nuts coming in with 199, starting the night off.
Thanks,
good.
buddy.
I appreciate that. And he says, shout out to Midnight Mike, squish the fish. And I've also thought about this. They're not fish. We always say squish the fish, fry the fish, whatever. They're mammals, right? They're not mammals, fish. But... Yeah. But, it rhymes. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's just
kind of how
it's tradition.
Hey, is this here? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I know you know who Murdog is. Don't try to pull this game, Alan. Don't try to pull this game, Alan. By the way, we've missed you. I know you've been in here. No, okay. But yeah, no, we missed you calling in over the past week or so. But all right, let's get into these picks so we can get to the intermission report. We can get to the new segment. All this great stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch
55 years for this Jets man. Why, you leaving early tonight?
Dude, you know I work on Saturday nights.
Oh, okay. It's Tuesday. You make it the whole show, right? What show do you? I thought one show you made it the whole way. One show you halved out.
I will be able to make Tuesday the next couple of weeks because I got Tuesday nights off for 2 weeks. But Tuesday's my Monday, Saturday's my Friday.
Oh, Maddie, I really looked forward to doing this segment with you.
I'm sorry, buddy.
did.
Well, if you want to move
that's
it
okay.
up,
That's okay. I can't. The words used in it are definitely not 9 to 10 p.m. hour. They're definitely a 10 to 11 hour. So,
well, I'll say this: if you want, maybe tomorrow or Monday in the afternoon, we can do a pre-tape thing where we do something like a reaction where I watch it for the first time. I won't watch it tonight or something. We could do something like that if people.
No, you can watch it. What I'll do is I have something planned for me, you, and Murdog that has even more offensive language than what I'm going to play tonight. So we'll save that.
All right,
we'll save that.
It's Christmas related.
There you go. This is your. It's not Christmas related. I'm sorry.
Draguanas,
it looks like
people right there.
Yeah, this is your buddy.
I don't know who you are, but we're gonna go do karate in the garage.
All right, here we go. I got it up on my phone. Like I said, it was a disaster before the show started. All right, let's start off with our crosstown rivals at 2-10. Oh boy,
booty cheeks. The
New Orleans Saints come into MetLife Stadium to play the New York Giants. I'm going to take this one first. You know what? I have faith in the Jets this week. I'm going to have faith in the Giants. I'm picking the Giants. Murdog, who do you got?
I can't ever go with the Giants. No, at least not this year. Saints are only 4-8. It's not like their world's better. But they're missing so many pieces with injuries and stuff. But yeah, I'm going Saints all day.
You know, I think I'm going to go Giants too, actually. I like the upset on that one. I got a feeling like tomorrow is going to be like that. The sun shines on a dog's ass day for New York teams. So I'm going to take the Giants, but not by much. I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. It'll be like 10-7 or something like that.
I'm just waiting for Kamara to have like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
By the way, I like this. Grav comes in and says, I've always been a fan of pulverize the porpoises. See, that's a lot more scientifically. Yeah, that's a lot more scientifically accurate as opposed to mentioning fish. Guys, you're doing it. Numbers are going up. That's what happens when you hit the like button. So please, anyone new, subscribe, hit the like button. It's free. It just helps me, Maddie, and Murdog. Thumbs up. Do it. All right, next one. We got Atlanta at 6-6 heading into Minnesota 10-2, man. Who honestly, when we were talking to Sean last week, I thought of this and never ended up bringing it up. If you would have said at the beginning of the season that one of the teams will be 10-2, the other will be 3-9, wouldn't you? I mean, no one, even Sean,
never have.
I think would have said
Vikings.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
I just want to cry. I hate it so much.
So Atlanta heading into Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, I'm going Vikings. I think this is a strong home win for the Vikings. They're going to 11-2. They're looking to win this division. Who do you got, Maddie?
I have Minnesota. I mean, it helps that they're at home, but even if they weren't Atlanta, they're just playing out of their minds. They're just playing so well, and good for them. You know what I mean? But they're just every week they look so good. They're just playing like crazy, and good for them. I can't hate on them. I see Minnesota winning this by at least a touchdown.
Murdog?
This feels like a 27-24 game. Minnesota's like the kings of the great regular season record, and then gets bounced like in the first and second round of the playoffs. And this probably be the same. But yeah, was it Draguana said Kirk Cousins coming back. Expect him to do a little bit extra revenge game.
I don't know about
I
Kirk
want him to
Cousins.
die.
I mean, like, well,
I think
yeah, look,
Minnesota's going to force the issue of Kirk Cousins having to throw. So that's why it could be an exciting game.
all right, then we got the Carolina Panthers at 3-9. Oh boy, they're gonna get fucking destroyed. 3-9 heading into Philadelphia at 10-2. Eagles are gonna just destroy them. I mean, I just don't see how Carolina gets out of this with a win. What do you got, Maddie?
This is like the game that's going to be like, if they ever cite the mercy rule for the NFL, this might be what they cite. I think Philly's going to be up by 20 points in the first half easily. And I mean, basically Philly's whole goal this whole game is don't get hurt.
Now, once again, remember, we said the same thing when the Carolina Panthers went in to play Kansas City. Hey, look, they almost pulled out the victory, but Kansas City's Kansas City's record is deceiving. Like, I just don't think that they can hold up with teams like the Eagles. Or it's just Kansas City just isn't what they used to be. The Lions, I think that they can really fuck up Kansas City, but I think the Eagles can. I don't think the Eagles are going to make the same mistake and make the game as interesting as the Chiefs did. So, Murdog, who do you got?
Yeah, Eagles by 2 to 4 touchdowns. It might be a game where the backups are in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, easily, I think.
DB94 channel member, thank you, DB. Comes in and says, "What the fuck? The division leader for the NFC South is 6-6." Yeah, I have been against this, and we've talked about this on the show before. I think it was even before the season started, that I think that division leaders shouldn't get an automatic berth into the playoffs.
No,
if you win your division, it should be record based, and if you win your division, you get the hat, you get the shirt, you get the banner, but it doesn't give you a free trip to the playoffs.
8-9, so the fuck what?
Exactly, absolutely. That's how I think about it. All right. The Cleveland Browns are at 3-9, are heading into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers with the exact opposite record at 9-3. Murdog, who do you got?
I want to pick the Browns so bad, but I can't. Common sense takes over. My official statement would be Pittsburgh, but I'm looking for that Cleveland upset of just Winston.
You want the Browns to win?
Well, I could see Winston just throwing for 400 to 500 yards, maybe 4 touchdowns and 3 picks again. So
400 to 500 yards. You know what I can see? I can see Aaron Rodgers throwing for 175.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Right. Seems about right.
Maddie, you and your cat, who do you got? The Browns and the Steelers.
The cat likes the Browns, but I'm going to take the Steelers, but I will be rooting my ass off for the Browns. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the same boat as Murdog. I would love to see a Browns upset, but I would be doing a real dumb disservice to anybody watching this if I didn't pick what I actually thought, and I think the Steelers should handle this pretty well.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh too. I just can't.
See you later, cat.
Pittsburgh always ends with a good record. They always make the playoffs. It's just what you do.
Football organization.
Yeah, it's just what you do under Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
And remember at the last season when Ocho was telling us, we can get rid of Mike Tomlin. Fuck that. I cannot believe Steelers fans. Yeah, Steelers fans talking about getting rid of the guy who's given you nothing but winning records and pretty much nothing but playoffs his entire career.
And this is when you shouldn't even get those winning records and playoffs. That's what I mean. Like Belichick was doing it, but he had, Tom Brady and all these amazing powerhouse teams. You'd have the Steelers get into the playoffs, and you'd be like, oh, these guys have no business being here, but here they are. What is with you tonight?
All right. Then we got 2 more 1:00 games, and then the Jets game. The Las Vegas Raiders at 2-10. Whew.
God.
Heading into Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs at 6-6. Who do you got, Maddie?
I got Tampa because they're at home, but I don't think Tampa's that good. But I mean, like if they were in Vegas, I might give the Raiders a shot. Like I'd give them a look, but the wheels on that bus they do not go round and round. So
No.
Tampa's an easy pick.
Well, and that's what we were talking about earlier, Maddie. There's a lot of teams that no matter how bad the Jets play, we're not gonna get a higher draft pick than them.
Yeah,
the Raiders,
we're not
the
edging
Giants,
the Giants.
Yeah, the Raiders, the Giants, the Jaguars. It's
like, I mean, and honestly, I mean, this draft is not that great. Like, a lot of our chat has chimed in. So I'd rather at least get a few moral victory wins and have a few weeks where I'm just like, well, at least I didn't lose this week. And because I'm not looking forward to April like I have been in some previous drafts. I'm looking forward to it because it's the draft, but it's not like where that year we have like, oh, do we take Sauce? Who do we take with that number 4 overall? So
Murdog?
Yeah, Bucks. I can't see the Raiders going into Tampa and winning this. I expect Brock Bowers to get 15 targets though.
Oh yeah, he'll do great. But the but the Bucks are going to win this game. Then you have another. I mean, here we every week we almost say, okay, here comes the toilet bowl. We might have it here. The 2-10 Jacksonville Jaguars head into Tennessee to play the 3-9 Tennessee Titans. I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence isn't even playing in this game. Yeah, this one's bad right off the bat. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee. Tennessee's getting their 4th win. There it is.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Neither of these teams has anything to play for. They're kind of the same boat as us. It's just going to be guys who you see the killer of their character. They care enough to go out there and bust their ass, even when it's clear they're not going to go anywhere. And yeah, I see at Tennessee, especially with Lawrence out, and that was a dirty ass hit. I don't care, that dude with all of his wine.
Yeah, that was.
It's like, bro, shut up. Like, just be the villain that the NFL needs this week because you're not getting out of this. So yeah, I got the Titans.
And Murdog?
I think the Jets are going to win because either way, they get one of the teams gets closer to us.
Oh, there you go.
The draft.
That's fair.
Good thinking outside the box. I like it.
No matter who wins, the Jets win.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's bring it back to that. This is the last 1:00 game that I have on CBS. The Jets head in at 3-9, head into Miami to play the 5-7 Dolphins. Murdog, who do you got?
Well, just for technicalities, I'm going to go Jacksonville for that game on paper. I don't know, man. I don't want to pick against the Jets, but I kind of just have to go with Miami.
Well, you got burned last week.
Well, we weren't supposed to win. I picked them last week, but
I know.
You guys are like, no way, get out of here, crazy, but they should have won. Yeah, I don't know. I just
should have won. The Jets suck.
Well, we were in prime position to go up 28-7, and we've pick 6. I don't know. In Miami, I have to go with Miami. Too many weapons for us to contain. We're missing Brees. We're missing Sauce, right? I'm worried about that passing offense.
Hold on. Was Sauce officially ruled out?
I thought Sauce was out. Is he not?
I don't think I heard that yet.
I know Brees was ruled out, and I know Quantez Stickers was ruled out.
Okay, well, maybe it wasn't confirmed, but I was under the impression that he was out. But either way, they just have too many offensive weapons that always seem to go off against us. A-Chain usually does what he needs to do the last 2 years. Well, at least last year. Stopping Waddle and Tyreek Hill is it's going to be rough. And now Jonnu Smith is getting 11, 12 targets a game, carving people up. So now they have another weapon on offense, and our defense is our weak link. So we can't get off the field on 3rd down. So that's why I'm expecting a long day.
I'm going to take. I'm going to go next. I'm going to take the Jets. I think. Look. You said it before, Murdog. You're the king of saying this is a division rival game, and anything can happen. And yes, it will happen tomorrow. The Jets are going to beat the Dolphins 27-23.
Okay.
27-23 Jets. Just watch, folks. Here it comes. Here it comes.
I'll take the win.
Maddie, what do you got?
I'm insanely weirdly optimistic on this. I actually do have the Jets winning. I don't have a score. I think this might be. I think the Dolphins are just going to not take the Jets seriously. And maybe we'll see some of those guys who are in for injured players that are out there busting their asses. And let's just hope that hope it comes true. But I'll say this: I'm certainly not gonna put any money on this fucking game.
No way.
Oh no.
Can't trust either team.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever put money on the Jets in my entire life.
Yeah, I have, and
That's just not going to ever happen.
I stopped doing that years ago.
Of course, it has.
Yeah. Yeah, Jets rookies and bench warmers. It's going to be fun.
All right, here we go. Let's move to the 4:00 games. We got Seattle at 7-6, heading into Arizona at 6-6. Look, this could be a good game. It could be quite enjoyable. Who do you got, Maddie?
I like Arizona. I think that Seattle showed
Arizona
that
at
they
home?
are. Yeah, they're beatable, and I think if Arizona, and I'm sure they watched some tape from last week, I think that I think if Arizona just goes out there and just shows a little teeth, don't let them push you around from the get go. They're at home. I'm taking the Cardinals.
There you go. I want to real quick though. I want to point out, Alan, one of the most frustrating things when I do my reaction videos and things like that, and I get hundreds of comments or whatever, is people like, "Hey, I bet you're upset that Salah's gone," and I respond the same fucking thing every time. He should have been gone last year. Like, and you're saying 2 years. This is not. I don't care when they got rid of him this season. He shouldn't even have been here. So I'm just so sick and tired of that crap. It's like that guy sucked as a head coach. Maybe he's a good. He's a good coordinator.
That's fine, but that doesn't.
Yeah,
help
but
us, right?
Exactly. And it's like people try to get me, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't give a shit. And then people will still even say, "Oh, bro, Zach Wilson." Zach Wilson sucked. Zach Wilson is a trash quarterback. He's third string behind another trash quarterback. Okay, it is what it is. And not only that, I can't believe that people try. And then people come in. I think Guillermo did. I don't know, is Guillermo in here tonight? But regardless, people will come in and be like, "Oh, well, maybe they should be called the New Jersey Jets." I'm from Jersey. I'm fine with that. Can we just get past the Salah, the Jersey Jets, and the Wilson thing with me?
Shit talking Jets fans is not the gotcha that so many people think it is.
Yeah. We know we suck.
Anything you say about the Jets, I have said louder and with tears in my eyes.
That's true.
All right.
We're immune.
Who didn't I get to on the Seattle Arizona game? Murdog, right?
Both of us. Right. Well,
mine was a quick one.
No, I meant Mike. I didn't.
I
agree with Maddie. Seahawks are the better team, but this is a game I could see Arizona winning. Home field a little bit, but Seattle got exposed last week against us. I've always said the Jets this season was a team of two halves, right? Either we're terrible in the first, good in the second, or vice versa. And in the first half, we ran the ball at will. It was Brees Hall for like 5-6 yards of carry, just nonstop. They get John Connor going because I'm not a fan of their pass game outside of McBride, but you get John Connor going. I could easily see Arizona win it, so I'll take Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Here's how I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go by uniforms. Okay, if Seattle is wearing their throwback seafoam, old school uniforms, I pick the Seahawks. If they're wearing their regular uniforms and playing the Arizona Cardinals, where they have that sharp cardinal that has like that metallic red look to it, I'm going Cardinals. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Everyone can check it out. But here's big news. What's going on here?
Thank you, Diane,
see Ricky come in. Well, I'm seeing Ricky come in saying, "Is Lazard definitely playing?" I hadn't heard that. And then Infrared comes in and said Lazard came back from vacation.
Yeah, he's off IR.
Are we? Can we do it, Maddie?
Well,
I don't know. It's how many TDs do we need?
We need 3 TDs, unfortunately.
3 TDs and what? How many more yards?
Well, we said 600 yards. We need 88 yards to get to my prediction of over 500. So we need 188 yards over the next 5 games and 3 TDs for Alan Lazard for the jerseys.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like with the injury, we almost need to prorate it down a little bit.
That I can't do that. I made a prediction at the beginning of the season when everyone was shitting on Alan Lazard, and I said he is going to be a legit wide receiver 3. He's going to have over 500 yards, and he's going to have several touchdowns. I said over 5 or 6, and we're at 5. We have 88 yards to get to 500, and then me and Maddie needed him to get to 600 yards and 8 touchdowns for us to get our Alan Lazard jerseys. So
I think it's still doable especially if he comes back this week.
I agree.
Me too. I'm ready for that. Oh God, yes.
One fucking guy at the sports bar screaming about Alan Lazard. People were like, "Are you related to him?"
Oh, I'm excited. Look at this. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
I think Lazard is playing. Monique, we missed you. Where have you been? Lazard is back. Oh, look, this made this game that much more exciting.
Activated off injured reserve.
Here we go.
Oh, I got a vested
Alan Lazard
interest
is
in
going
this shit now.
Alan Lazard is gonna have 150 yards and a touchdown tomorrow.
162 yards, 2 TDs. And he's gonna rescue a cat from a tree.
Oh, absolutely. Meanwhile, Tyreek Hill will get pulled over and beaten outside the stadium. Alan Lazard's gonna rescue a cat.
Yeah. Alan Lazard is the hero that Gotham needs.
Oh, here we go. Now I'm pumped. Now I'm even more pumped. Here we go.
Definitely. I have way more to watch.
All right. So Sauce is out. He won't be playing. No big deal. Sauce sucks. Get him off the team. Buffalo at 10-2, division champs, heading into LA to play the Rams at 6-6. Maddie, who do you got?
Buffalo should win, but I don't think they're going to win handily because right now Buffalo's whole idea is for the rest of the season maintain and don't get hurt. So I think they should win, but if they weren't already division champs, they would win more handily. But they're not going to run up the score or anything. They'll probably get up, be like a 17-10 game or something like that, something lame. But they should win anyway.
Murdog, who do you?
This feels like a big offensive game from both teams. I'm going to go Buffalo, but shit, I mean the Rams at home.
I like them. They've surprised me a few times this year.
I like the defense has been better since the beginning of the season, and Puka, Cobb, Kyron Williams. I like the offense moving the ball on Buffalo. I think Buffalo wins, but I think this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's actually locally broadcast. I might watch that game.
Fox. I think it's a national.
I'm going to go a little different than you guys. I think Buffalo. It has Super Bowl in their eyes. They're looking Super Bowl. They're looking number 1 seed. They're looking to I think they're looking to blow up everybody. I think they try to make a statement tomorrow, and I think they win big. I think they win big tomorrow.
Well, what's your definition of big?
I think they score over 30, and I think they win by at least 14. It could be 17.
That's fair. They could.
I see Rams.
I just think they're highly motivated. I think that they're ready to go. They have the division. They're the division champs. Like they're partying. They're happy, and they want to go out there. And I think they want to just destroy people. And I don't see them resting people or anything until I think they want that number 1 seed.
This could be like 31-27, easily. High scoring game.
Yeah, it's possible.
My Bills fans in here are agreeing. Yep, that 1 seed is the goal. Hey man, I'm telling you, I'm not a Bills fan, obviously, but they're motivated. I think they're trying to make a statement to the league. This is the last 4 p.m. game. We have the Chicago Bears at 4-8, heading into the San Francisco 49ers at 5-7.
Oof. I stand by what I said, but with less confidence.
So you're going 49ers?
Yeah, I'll take the Niners. They're at home.
Yeah, this one's tough because Bosa's out again. Trent Williams is out again. McCaffrey's out. Mason's out. They're down to the 3rd string running back. But, I think that kid's going to do good. I can't see. The Bears are like the Jets of the NFC. They find a way to lose. I'll go 49ers just because I don't have confidence in the Bears, but the 49ers aren't who we thought they were with all the injuries.
No, they're not. But
so
I mean, you've got to be upset if you're a Niners fan. I get it.
It's like
They're in the same boat as we are. As they were like, this wasn't supposed to happen this way.
Yeah, and you look how like the week 1 game, it was like both teams were right. You're like, oh, this is gonna be a great year, potential Super Bowl matchup. Injuries decimated the teams, more so the 49ers than us.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
I'm gonna go 49ers, but I'm not confident in them because I don't think the Bears have the injury bug that they got. Niners do. So you never know. Caleb Williams has been playing better. He's been targeting DJ Moore. He had, Keenan Allen. He's still got Swift in the backfield. I'm going to go 49ers, but I wouldn't be shocked if I see the Bears up by 3 late.
Okay.
I'm also going 49ers. I feel the same way. I'm not super confident in that pick, but it is what it is. The Bears find ways to lose. They've embarrassed themselves several times. And I'd say of all games of every team, that game on Thanksgiving was the most embarrassing loss and the most fucked ending that I saw all year from any team. So, and by the way, DB94 comes in and says, sure would be a shame if the Bills were upset in the first round of the playoffs. That could happen. Look, the Bills just, I don't know. I have confidence in them in the regular season now, like headed forward. But once the playoffs start, it's anybody's game. And Alan is right here. The Bills Lions next Sunday. Hell yeah. Like I am excited for that. That's going to be exciting.
I might have to stream that game.
All right, here we go. Oh, you can't not. Come on.
I was just joking.
Well, are they playing at the same time? If they're not playing at the same time.
No, it's probably not. It's just a joke.
We got our Sunday night football game and our Monday night football game left. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are in here and you have not hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. It is free, and it's the best thing you could do to help out the show, just to get more eyes on the show and all of that. So please take a minute, hit that thumbs up. We still have the intermission report coming up where we're going to do Mike and Maddie's top 5. And there it is.
Mike and Maddie's top 5.
And the guys, that's interactive with you. You guys pick the top 5, and then obviously me and Maddie just go through, pick our top 5, and you guys in the comments section will bring up your top 5s. It's all interactive, and we love doing that with you guys, and the comments always go ballistic during that time, and it's always a fun time. And then towards the end of the show, I have something for you. Like I said, had to keep it at the end of the show. It's the first edition of Midnight Mike Recommends, and it's something I have been watching on YouTube that you can go and watch. I hope you do. I have a few clips to show you, but the language is quite dicey, so let's not keep the kids around for Midnight Mike Recommends. All right, Sunday night game. You got the Bengals at 4-8, and there's another team with us, the 49ers. It's not supposed to be going that way. 49ers, the Bengals headed into Dallas to take on the Cowboys at 5-7. I'll go first on this one. Cowboys suck at home. Cowboys have sucked all year. Bengals are taking this one. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have gotten me to a 10-3 record in my fantasy league, and they're going to keep going. I'm going Bengals. Murdog, who do you got?
Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to put on an offensive clinic in Dallas. Even though they're losing, their offense is still playing well. I could see like between Burrow, Chase, Higgins. Yeah, I think they win big. At least 10 points, I think.
Maddie?
I got the Bengals, but I'm honestly surprised this game didn't get flexed out. Like this is not going to be a very good game.
Well, yeah, I mean, neither of these teams are making the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, that's probably why I'm going to watch it. Is who knows what's going to happen, but I'll take the Bengals. Dallas just got their booty cheeks this year at home.
I just looked at something though too. The remaining schedule for the Chiefs and the Bills, they're only one game separated for the home field advantage, which is huge for Buffalo. I think the Chiefs have a lot harder road for the remainder of the season. And Buffalo beat them this year, right? So they got the tiebreaker head-to-head.
Yeah.
If that's the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. I mean, the Chiefs still got to play the Texans. They got the Texans. They got the Chargers this week. They got the Texans and the Broncos, and they got somebody else too that's not terrible. They got a harder road. Buffalo just has to get past the Rams and one other tough game. Who is that?
And who you got?
No, I was just pointing it out. Like the Chiefs still have to play. Well, the Chargers are 8-4, but I'm not really a fan of that. I think they're paper 8-4. But they still got to play the Texans, who could show up. They got to play the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and the Broncos are finding ways to win. So, and they would have won that game, right? They had a block kick or something. They should have won that game.
Oh yeah,
too.
well the Chiefs barely won that one.
Yeah, when that was one of the first games I called. I said, don't with the divisional matchups. I said, this is gonna be a close game, and yeah, they had a shot at the end. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Buffalo having home field advantage.
Yeah, it's very possible.
And that's a tough place to play for a visitor team. Yeah,
still Buffalo, so they'll fuck it up somehow.
DB comes in and he's right. It wasn't flexed out because of the Simpsons simulcast. They had to do all the graphics and animations ahead of time.
You're right. I forgot about that. I'm not watching that shit, but yeah, you're right.
That's probably the only reason.
You guys ever watched? I always see reviews for it, or not reviews for it. I always see commercials for it. You ever watch that? Did you ever watch that Nickelodeon Slime Time?
No.
I only watched
where they just have all this other crap. They have all this other crap going on, and I feel like this Simpsons thing is kind of the same deal.
The only
it's just
thing
going to
I
be a
ever
bunch
watched
of
like that's even remotely close to that was when Beavis and Butthead did the Super Bowl halftime show for a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had like a whole like episode that played at the half, and it had a countdown for like the game's going to start. You know, it had like 18 minutes or whatever. And there was an episode, and then Beavis and Butthead talked a little football, and I remember in Living Color did a halftime show like that too that got them in a lot of trouble. So, but yeah, I just usually at the halftime that's when I go and like get something to eat or wander around my neighborhood or dress up like a wizard and fight my neighbor's cat or something. So,
well, I know Murdog will remember the empty arena Rock vs. Mankind halftime show.
Mankind won his first title.
Yep, that was a really cool match. Definitely enjoyed that. But anyway, okay. And then I think we have one game left. Do we? I don't even know. One. Oh no, that was Monday Night Football. That's it. And yeah, I think Bengals did trounce the Cowboys. We got through that reasonably quick, guys. We did pretty good on that.
You skipped Chargers Chiefs on Sunday night.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Chargers Chiefs. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Chargers at 8-4. Wow, this is Chargers at 8-4 going into Kansas City to play the Chiefs at 11-1. I don't think either of these teams are as good as their record says they are. I think anyone could win this game, but it's at home for the Chiefs, and they got the refs. So I got to go Chiefs on this one. Sorry, it's the Kansas City refs beating the Chargers, and that's what I got. Murdog, who do you got?
The refs travel with the Chiefs. It's not like they're just there at home.
But they room with some of them.
No, but their core. I think the referee, the NFL officials, official like headquarters is in Kansas City. So it is what it is. We will see.
Yeah, I can't see the Chiefs losing this game. I mean, of course I can. Herbert, but yeah, I can't. Especially with the NFL wanting it to come down to the last week for home field. I could see them making it happen between Buffalo and the Chiefs. Yeah, I got to go Chiefs. But normally, every other year, I would think this would be a shootout. I'm not so sure this year. But I still going Chiefs.
All right, so we're all going Chiefs or refs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, going officiating.
And I'll tell you what, for the first time in a long time, we are pretty much on schedule for the intermission report. So we're going to let Murdog go. He'll come back on the back half of the intermission report. And Murdog, thank you for being here, and we'll see you in a minute.
Yes, sir, gentlemen.
Sir.
All right, Maddie. It is now time to get into the intermission report. If you are new, start in the comment section putting top 5 lists. We want them to be super generic. Like I said, we've been waiting to do it. Top 5 Christmas movies. So if we don't get anything that beats that, that's going to end up being our top 5 for tonight, because I do want to celebrate the Christmas season. The holidays are here. We're ready. Santa's going to be coming on his way in a couple weeks. So if you can beat with a Christmas topic, a better top 5 than Christmas movies, get it in the comments section.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
listening.
we'll probably hit that. But before we get to that, we officially have to get.
I just said we're listening for your suggestions, but you're behind me a bit.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Maddie. You know what? We'll just get to it. Let's get into, folks, the official start of the Intermission Report on the Midnight Mike Show.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
Right. I like Metz's top 5 Christmas tunes. That's a good one.
That isn't bad. That isn't bad at all. Metz, that's a good one. Or even top 5 like Christmas artists, because there's certain artists that I associate specifically with Christmas. And I know they have other music, but there's certain ones that I associate officially with Christmas. Yeah, T Dobbs. Until I get a new computer, that's going to happen sometimes. But it is what it is. I think I've gotten it a little bit better with the help of DB94, but I still have a few things to clear off on my computer to make it work even a little better. But eventually, we're just going to get a whole new computer, and everything should be solved at that point. But we got Christmas movies, we got Christmas tunes. Either one of those is good. We're going to go with one of those.
I like Christmas tunes because I like the idea that we keep the movies in our back pocket in case there's one we don't have a good one, and I think tunes is a very good one.
Okay, but can I see? I don't. Can I name an artist in there? Can I name an artist?
I mean, if you want, I just see.
Just
I don't
because
have that where like I associate an artist with anything Christmassy, with the exception of Mariah Carey. But like, just because every year we just have to deal with her shit. But you do what you want, dude. I don't care. It's a free country. Fuck it.
All right, I'll see what I could come up with. Okay. And the only reason I asked that is because there's a few I like from one specific artist, and I don't like anyone more or less than the other one. So I think I'm just gonna go with the artist on that one, but I do have a few specific songs to go with. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go with what Matt said. It's good to hold Christmas movies in our back pocket. We will do it before Christmas. Promise. If we get to that last one before Christmas. Yeah,
and if we have
absolutely.
to do a double shot, we can do that one of these nights. It's fine. It's we'll get it. I promise.
Alrighty. I got 3.
I got 3 right now. I'm trying to think because I'm coming up with a couple of names, and I'm like, wait, what is? Fuck. The indie station out here in Denver does an awesome indie rock like Christmas show on Christmas Eve that's always so good.
Yeah, we in Jersey, I always listened to, I think it was 106.7 Light FM that always played the Christmas music. But out here in on the Long Island Sound of Connecticut, it's Weeby 108 that always plays the Christmas tunes. But it doesn't matter to me because I have so many Christmas CDs and things like that I always,
I got 4. I'm getting there. I'm trying to think because all mine are going to be like, not your typical shit. Because that's me.
All right, hold
I got it.
on 1
I just
second.
got
I have 5. No, I got 5, but the problem
I got
is that I now so many more are popping into my head. So many more. Like I'm gonna have a few honorable mentions.
I'm not going to
on
do
this
honorable
one.
mentions on this one because I could fire off like 50 of them, and this might change, but and one of these I don't think anybody's probably even ever heard, unless you're in the UK. All right, I got mine ready to rock and roll.
All right, I'm gonna save my honorable mentions for the end because I don't want to like rattle off a few and then it disrupt what you have in your top 5. So I'll just hold that till the end.
Okay.
Maddie, here we go, folks. Our top 5 tonight. Thank you, Mets 2128.
Good call,
going
Mets.
to be top 5. Yeah, top 5 Christmas tunes or songs. And one of mine is going to be an artist because pretty much the entire album that he put out, I love. So, Maddie, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is actually a song, and I have a certain band, of course, but I'm gonna just give it to everybody who covers it too, because I think almost every cover of this one's great, and it's "Last Christmas" by Wham. Love that song. I've seen 5 trillion different covers, be it Death Cab for Cutie, I think might have done. No, it wasn't Death Cab, but a bunch of different indie bands always do it. But "Last Christmas" is a great little jam, and it always makes me happy.
Nice. Let me just check. Hold on. I want to wait till I'm on a little bit of a delay here. I'm waiting till I feel like I'm back. I think I'll be back any second. All right. What I will say this, Maddie, I was watching the Christmas tree lighting at Rockefeller Center. And you know what a great version of Last Christmas is? They put out a Christmas album last year and they performed it before the tree lighting. The Backstreet Boys. They put out a very good version of Last Christmas. And the alive member of Wham, I forget his name. Alan.
Yeah, I know.
Not Alan.
He came out with them.
Rickman. I think it's Alan something. He was there with because Kelly Clarkson was hosting, and he was with Kelly Clarkson, and then they turned it over to the Backstreet Boys to perform the song.
Cool. Okay.
All right, Maddie, my number 5 is going to be just the original, the one everyone's used to hearing of Jingle Bell Rock. It's just a simple song.
Good one.
And not only do I love the original version of the song, but I will tell everybody a little backstory. Every Christmas Eve, I have a very large family. We used to get together at my grandparents' house, and they had in their basement, they had a player piano. And one of the things I loved to put in was Jingle Bell Rock. They always had the thing, the spool you put in, and it played Jingle Bell Rock. So I'm going to go Jingle Bell Rock on that one.
I like it. I like it a lot.
What's your number 4?
Number 4 is "Baby Please Come Home" by Death Cab for Cutie.
Well, I can't get too behind you on Death Cab. Who are you, Seth Cohen from the OC?
I don't know who that is.
I know you don't. I think some people in the comments will. They'll get the joke.
But no, I love Death Cab. I love Postal Service, and "Baby Please Come Home" is one of those. I heard it and I was like, God, this is a great cover. I love it. So there you have it.
My number 4. I have a lot of old school ones in here. This one's old school, but I mean, I'd say it's 80s, and I have a lot of old school like Jingle Bell Rock. But my number 4 is my girl, Dolly Parton. She performed an amazing, and it's a version I've been listening to my whole life, of Winter Wonderland. And I think that was off her solo Christmas album, but she also did a great Christmas album with Kenny Rogers, and it's outstanding. So I suggest anybody go check that out. But her version of Winter Wonderland is outstanding. So Dolly, Winter Wonderland, my number 4. What do you got? What's your next one, Maddie?
Number 3 is this is the one I don't think many people will know very well. It's a song called "Christmas Is Canceled" by a band called the Long Blondes. And like I say, when you go, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know it.
Yeah, it's a diggable little song. I heard it, and it was funny because I had heard it, and I was like, man, I can't find this anywhere. And I ended up, a guy on the internet was like, yeah, I got you, dude. And he just emailed me the MP3. It was awesome. But Great little track. YouTube it later when you're farting around. It's worth your time.
My number 3 is I'm going to go back to that old school stuff there, Maddie, like with Jingle Bell Rock.
Do it.
Got to go old school again. Burl Ives, Holly Jolly Christmas from the
Nice.
Rudolph the
Very
Red-Nosed Reindeer soundtrack.
I kind of knew you were going to do traditional, so I was like, I didn't feel too bad about doing my like indie always have to be different wire rim glasses list.
And I don't know if this is I don't know if he said it at the exact same time, but if so, me and T-Dobbs are on point.
Guys, sharing the brain over here.
There you go. There you go. What do you got for your number 2?
All right. Now, I think a lot of people will remember this one. This one is Christmas Rapping by the Waitresses. Great song.
Yes.
And it's me and Sasha's favorite. And it always not favorite. It's her favorite. I think it's her favorite. But it always puts us in the mood for Christmas. It hits so good and it's great. There you go. I think me and NY Jets Florida might be like best friends too.
Dude, Maddie, they're coming in. The second I said Burl Ives, Holly Jolly Christmas, T-Dobbs comment came up. The second you said, it's like we're on point with these people.
Stop reading my diary.
And by the way, this one is in is one of my and I didn't love this one as I was younger, but as I got older, I heard it more and more places, and it's definitely one of those songs. They were the Run DMC Christmas and Hollis. It's great Christmas. Nice little old school rap. Okay. My number 2, I don't know what the exact title of the song is. Christmas Time Again, maybe, but it's Tom Petty. Well, it's Christmas time.
Oh yeah, good one, dude. Good one.
Yeah,
good.
Love that song. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I've always loved that tune.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep, that's my number 2.
All right, my number 1. I play for the girls every year. They hate it. You'll hate it. And it's I Sure Hope I Don't Have to Beat Your Ass This Christmas by Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They did a whole Christmas album, and it's wonderful. It's called Have Yourself a Meaty Little Christmas.
Oh, boy. All right, that for number 1. That's your number 1.
That's
number 1 Christmas song,
yes.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Ever.
I like that you went real traditional. Something our grandparents listened to.
I mean, my grandma used to rock me to sleep singing that song.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's because she heard it when she was a little girl and she wanted to pass it down to you.
Aqua Teen is tradition in this house.
Yeah. Before I get to my honorable mentions, obviously I have my number 1, and it's pretty much any song off Michael Bublé's first Christmas album. Anything Michael Bublé does that has to do with Christmas, I am down for. He is our generation's Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. He is a crooner, and that boy can sing. Love myself some Michael Bublé. So anything he put, anything off his first Christmas album, I listen to that every year, and it's outstanding. The one song that I'm not super hot on is the one my wife hates on that album, and he does a version of Santa Baby. Now he changes the words to make it more masculine, but it's still a little dicey. Like he'll be like Santa Baby, and you're like, what?
They're like poor Santa.
But he does change girl to
into
boy.
The Blue Oyster.
Yeah, well, I didn't even have that ready. I should have played that, but I could just hit this for Bublé.
Gay.
But real quick, let me run down a few that we have not mentioned that are in my honorable mentions. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, love it. The Live Aid Christmas.
Oh, do they know it's Christmas?
Yeah, do they know it's Christmas? Love it.
Good one.
Someone had mentioned, I think it was Valerie. So This Is Christmas, John Lennon. Definitely an awesome Christmas song. Blue Christmas, King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley.
Everlast does a really good. Oh no, Everlast does a song called Blues for Christmas, and it's really good.
And many people don't know this. It's a single. It's a single. It has 3 tracks on it, including Blue Christmas. Including You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and then it has an original Christmas song called The Island of Misfit Toys, which I actually really do enjoy. Many people don't know this, but the Misfits put out a Christmas album.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
horror Christmas, and granted, it was the older Misfits with Jerry Only, Des Cadena, and Eric Chupacabra, but it's still any kind of, like you mentioned,
That's
any kind of
cool,
punk rock Christmas,
There you
and
go.
it's signed
Good
by the
one.
whole group.
Nice.
Yeah. So those were my honorable mentions, and I definitely appreciate it. I saw Metz put his in the comments section, but I know he's going to end up calling in, so I'll just wait for him to call in to give his. And I saw a bunch of them in there, guys. That was awesome. Didn't Elvis do a rendition of "Here Comes Santa Claus"? Probably. I have an Elvis Christmas album, and I love Elvis. I was actually just watching walkthroughs of Graceland on my trip to Dollywood this past summer. One of the plans was to try to get to Graceland in Memphis, but we just couldn't add it in there. But I it is what it is. Sorry.
Gotcha. What was your number one?
That was my number one was anything by Michael Bublé.
Oh, anything by Michael Bublé. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Anything off his first Christmas album. Oh, Alan, check it out, man. The only one I ever knew was the Dreidel song. We all know the Dreidel song, but my daughter.
Adam Sandler one.
Oh yeah, and the Adams, you're right, and he has like 3 versions of that one. But my daughter had her Christmas concert. Now, once again, they don't call it a Christmas concert because we don't want to offend people. So they had a holiday concert the other night, Maddie.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Before I heard one Christmas song, I heard an Argentinian tribal dance song. I heard a Spanish lullaby song. Now, not La Isla Bonita. When you say Spanish lullaby, you immediately think Madonna. But no, it was some Spanish like lullaby song. And I heard 2 Hanukkah songs. And then in the very last song, they crammed like 5 Christmas songs into one like medley. And that was that. That was our Christmas. When I was a kid, it was 15 Christmas songs and the Dreidel song. You know what? Let's make America great again. Let's bring back 15 Christmas songs to one Hanukkah song. Although, Alan, I will say this. My daughter's favorite song, she comes home singing it all the time. She's a beautiful voice, especially since she's a little girl. They just have such an innocent like voice when they sing. Her favorite one was one of the Hanukkah songs. She came home and just sang it all the time. And we would tell her, can you sing that Hanukkah song again? I don't know what it was, but there are Hanukkah songs out there, Alan.
Yeah, they're there.
I actually watched this earlier today. I was watching Rudolph. Why am I such a misfit? Why don't I fit in? Do. All right. Well, that is that. Maddie, are you leaving now? Or are you going to get back from the break?
I'll be back from the break. I got about 20 minutes left. So
nice.
About 15,
Ooh,
20.
maybe we should try to fit it in now that we're in the second hour.
I've been trying to like squeeze and manage my time. Like all I got to do is change my shirt and get my coffee ready and I'm out the door. So like on a night like tonight where there's no weather, it's not a problem. Like now, if 2 weeks down the road, if it's dumping snow, and be like, listen, I may not even make it to the intermission report. So, but I'm doing my best to do some time management.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that of course was the intermission report featuring
Mike and Maddie's top 5.
That was not smooth.
I
I was trying to do like the 1, 2, 3, 4,
All right,
5.
we'll be back. Okay.
Just gonna bail
All right,
on
we'll
that.
be back right after this.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
All right. All right. Do we bring Murdog back in and do this new segment real quick before we get to some calls? All right, let's do it. We will get to your calls, folks. I promise you. Murdog is back, but we have to get to our newest segment, or my newest segment, I guess. And it's basically because I sit there, I watch YouTube every night for hours. And I have so many channels that I love. And I just want to point, like when I get into one, I'm always like, I wish I could talk about this a little bit on the show. And then it dinged in my head. Well, pull a few clips and then make a little segment and get it on the Midnight Mike show and make, like I said, this is a variety show. Let's have fun with it. Guys, hit the thumbs up, get the kids away, because some of the language that is coming up is going to be a little dicey, but it is time for Midnight Mike.
It's Midnight Mike in the city that never sleep for Maddie by his side. We're rising from the streets. Next is awesome kids. Yeah, you know the children, the Midnight Mafia. We're here to drill. Jets on the rise. Yeah, we with Mid Heat, Mike and Maddie's top 5. Let's they can't be.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. Okay, so how many of you are or remember To Catch a Predator or Hansen versus Predator?
I never watched the show, but I mean I've seen enough clips.
Yeah, I never watched it. I heard
well, I don't know why you're not watching it. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I just read South Park.
South Park.
Yeah,
South Park definitely did mock it. So check it out. If you're not aware, Hansen versus Predator or To Catch a Predator was a show where Chris Hansen would use decoys and lure pedophiles into houses where they want to have sex with underage children, boys, girls. There's no discrimination. They just want to catch them. And look, it's a great show for that reason, which is why some of the clips I'm going to be pulling up, actually, I'm going to name the people, make sure you know the name of the people that he is catching, because these scumbags, you need to know who they are. But the funniest thing about Hansen versus Predator or To Catch a Predator or any of those shows that were on like Dateline, NBC, or whatever, was always Chris Hansen reading back the texts or the messages that these scumbags were sending to these supposed children. Now, the thing about, and it was so popular that actually when the internet kind of started and apps kind of started, they remember those apps where you could get it and it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you could push a bunch of buttons and it would be different sound clips of Arnold?
Yeah.
Okay, they had that for Chris Hansen.
Oh God.
But the problem with the Dateline To Catch a Predator or Hansen versus Predator was that it was on NBC. So he would always say things like, so you texted this 14-year-old girl, I want to blank in your blank until you blank. And it was always blanks, right? So Chris Hansen has a new YouTube channel that's based off of his own network, and it's called True Blue. It's spelled TRUBLU, and he still does the same thing with the law enforcement and whatnot. And the hilarity level has gone through the roof, because now Chris Hansen does not have to be censored. Okay. So here we go. The first one is what you kind of expect from this. Doesn't have that bad a dicey of language, but this was a guy named Jeff, who is a former police officer, by the way, who got caught. And this one doesn't. This is more of what you would have expected from Hansen versus Predator, because he's very clinical in what he says to this former cop. And wait till you hear what he wanted to do to this girl. Here's the clip.
Okay, so Jeff, I'm Chris Hansen, and we do stories on men who try to meet kids for sex. Have you seen those stories? To Catch a Predator, Take Down Chris Hansen?
I don't watch. No, and
now you're on one.
I don't want to be on.
Well, you should have thought of that before you walked into this house, to have oral sex with a 15-year-old girl and then have her urinate on you.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay. So that's what it usually is. But now Chris Hansen can be a little bit more vulgar. And here's my first example. This is when now I have the clip of him with the guy, but this is when the police officer is texting this guy as a decoy and explaining to Chris Hansen what the guy texted. It was the first text the guy sent to an underage girl. Okay. And the cop reads it to him, but it's even funnier when Chris Hansen repeats it back to him. So make sure kids aren't around. Here we go.
What do we know about this fellow, Lieutenant?
We don't know a lot. He reached out to this decoy phone. His first message was very explicit.
What did he say?
He said, hi, I want to taste your box and have you suck daddy's cock. That's pretty explicit.
Right.
We don't get messages like that right off the bat that are that nasty.
taste your box and suck daddy's cock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like the show. I love the idea of the show. I love locking these people up, but like hearing people in such serious manner say things like
just
that.
all deadpan like that.
So that all came from a guy named Wesley. Okay, and here's just a quick clip of Hansen repeating it back to Wesley himself.
So you knew she was 15.
I wasn't gonna do nothing.
No.
I just had a pop out there for her.
Well, how do you square that, Wesley, with your first line in the text, which was, "Hi, I want to taste your box and will you suck daddy?" You said you wanted to taste her box and you wanted her to suck daddy. That's your line. That's your opening line, Wesley.
I was just horny.
Just horny.
Oh my goodness.
He didn't say cock.
And that's no. I think I don't know why he didn't say it there, but that was the original. That was the original context. But like, look at that guy. That guy was so gross, and he's trying to pick up. Like, what makes him think a 15-year-old girl,
any 15-year-old girl would stop and be like, "Oh yeah, good. This advertised. I want some."
Wow.
Yeah, even a 25, 30-year-old girl who doesn't want a piece of that guy. Like, let's be honest here. Like, how did you not know that was a sting?
$30 million in the bank before he gets anything.
This next one's a real quick. I have two more clips. This one's a real quick clip, and I don't have the guy's name, unfortunately. It is what it is. I clipped it, and I didn't get his name. But this is, once again, Hansen completely uncensored on True Blue. Guys, go subscribe. It's so funny. But this is completely uncensored Chris Hansen. Here you go.
You said you were going to fuck her good.
Yeah, I was wrong. I mean,
that you had some good dick. You said that in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Oh God,
dude, I love Chris Hansen.
I don't know why these guys are agreeing to be on camera uncensored.
No, they don't have a choice, because by law these people entered private residences, and by law
I've never, yeah, okay.
Yep, it's not a public place, so they don't have to give consent. Chris Hansen explains that several times when people are like, "I don't want to be on camera." He's like, "It's too late. You walked into a house to have sex with a 15-year-old girl. Your rights are gone. This is a private residence, and you're pretty much fucked." And no, but what I don't understand, Maddie, is no matter what you get arrested for, I don't care what it is, you don't talk to the police. You get a lawyer. You don't talk to Chris Hansen with cameras in your face, and these people will sit there and talk to him for 15 minutes. Now, Chris Hansen's is smooth talker, and you know, he'll get people to talk, but it's like the one thing you learn, and I'm not trying to, for this instance, I'm glad they get fucking nailed. But even if you get a fucking speeding ticket, I don't care what you get, don't talk to cops. If you get arrested for public intoxication, don't talk to the cops. Just get a lawyer.
Shut up and get a lawyer.
Yeah.
I know.
This is the last clip. This is this is just a gross guy named Jerry who came to have sex with an underage boy, but he had a very specific thing that he wanted to do to that underage boy, a certain type of sex act, and you're about to find out what it is. This is the final clip of True Blue Takedown with Chris Hansen. Here we go.
Jerry?
What?
Whose picture was it?
A picture I got offline.
Offline. But you said you were 19. Oh. Why would you tell somebody you were 19?
Because I'm stupid.
You're stupid. Told you. That's it. You're just stupid.
Yes.
And what about all this talk about a glory hole and wanting the boy to come to you for sex? You talk about deep throating him, that you'd swallow.
Yeah, I was stupid. I was really fucking stupid.
Well, what do you think would have happened, Jerry, had we not been here and a 14-year-old boy had been here?
Nothing. I really wanted to see if he was real. That's it.
Okay. Well, you saw that when you walked in and you looked very excited.
Jesus Christ.
And I love how, like, I don't want to say condescending, but I love how Chris Hansen, how he does,
gotcha.
Like, come on. Yeah, like, come on, Jerry. What, like he's old friends with him, like they went to high school together. Like, come on, Jerry. Like, what did you think? If we weren't here, what were you gonna do to this 15-year-old boy? You know, it's just I'm telling you guys, if you used to like To Catch a Predator, and some of the clips, guys, from the old To Catch a Predator are sometimes even better than this, even though they're censored. But Takedown with Chris Hansen on True Blue, TRUBLU. That's it. And this was the first segment. I mean, obviously, in the future, it's going to be, I'm going to go the gamut. It's going to be all over the place on channels that I recommend, but this is what I've been kind of rabbit holing lately since I found it. And this was Midnight Mike Recommends.
It's Midnight Mike in the city that never sleep for Maddie by his side. We're rising from the streets, Mexicans, awesome kids. Yeah, you know the children, the Midnight Mafia. We're here to drill, Jets on the rise. Yeah, we with Nick Heat, Mike and Maddie's top 5. Let's you know they can't be.
That happened. Jesus, that's funny. I know what I'm doing.
He goes, Gary, you said you wanted to.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Dude, I have clips that I left out. That are in some ways just as good or even better. Like, there's just so much good content. Like, there was one where he threw this guy down, or the cops had, because if you don't sit down right away when Chris Hansen tells you to take a seat, because that's one of his like catchphrases, like, take a seat right there, Bill. Or take a seat right there, Jerry. And if you don't, and you try to escape, the cops swarm you, take you down. That's why that last guy who wanted the glory hole was on the ground.
I wonder why he was on the ground in cuffs.
Yeah, there was another guy who looked like, I don't know if any of you know who Ralph Sorella was from the Howard Stern show, but he just looked like a scummy stoner surfer who was, probably 40 years old. And while he's down and the cops are cuffing him and he's on the ground, like with his face in the carpet and everything, Chris Hansen's standing above him being like, you said you wanted his ass. You said you wanted to suck him. That's what you wrote. I'm telling you, anybody, it's well worth it. So we're about to get to your calls. I'm going to put the invite in, and hey, anyone who wants to give a call, please feel free. Let me get into the comments section here.
Well, that's Mike.
You got to head out, Maddie?
Yeah, I'm going to take off, guys. Have a great week. I'll see you Tuesday night. And like I said, I'm off this week, so I will be here for the entirety of Tuesday's show. Or I'm not off this week, but I have Tuesday night off. And guys, I hope you have a great week. And I hope you can somehow erase what we just watched from your mind. But we all know we're all going to go, like, True Blue's numbers are going to skyrocket tonight. So, anyways,
yeah, from the
boys,
Midnight Mike show.
Yeah, just tell them Mike sent you. But all right, boys, Murdog Mike, love you guys. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
See you later, bro.
Have a good one, Maddie. All right, Murdog, it is time to start taking some calls from our listeners. Before we do, T-Dobbs, one of our resident Bills fans, have a great shift, Maddie. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad some of you guys Troy, it's true. No, it is real. You could go, actually, I've gone and looked at the police reports of some of the predators. Not some from here, but more from his old show, but some from the new show. And it's legit, man. Everyone they bring on, they give like their full names. You can go check out the town they're in. They always tell what town the Sting House is in, and you can check the police reports. Like, it's all legit. And the reason they talk is because originally most of them think Chris Hansen's either the father or just some person who's going to let them go in the end. Of course, then the cops swarm and it's over, but it's real. And I love you guys. What the heck are we watching?
Hey,
yeah.
Mike,
What's up?
There's a thing on my Twitter feed that I get a lot because I watch them. Same premise, guys catching pedophiles, but they don't do it like Chris Hansen. They beat the piss out of these people. Like, these people are trying to meet kids in like a supermarket, grocery store, a Target, wherever, parking lots, gas stations.
Yeah.
One of the guys' names is Vitali. I think his brother might be a fighter or something, or his brother's famous, but they literally, like, you'll have the pedophile, they'll have him on tape and they'll run up on him and then they start copping pleas. You're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I don't know why I like little children. And then they just start wailing on him. And then they like come to an agreement, like, all right, we call the cops, but we'll let you go if like we're gonna punch you in the face 3 times. Or they actually come to agreements with them to like hit them.
Problem with that is, look, I'm all for that kind of justice, especially with people who want to like fuck with kids. but that doesn't seem very legal. Like that's you can't just start beating on people.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No.
There's actually some other kids. They're very young and they do a lot of Zoom bombing. Do you know what Zoom bombing is?
I could put it together, but no, not.
Yeah, so basically they go into different Zoom meetings that are on different topics, and they go in acting like they're interested and then fuck with the people. But another thing they do is one of the guys has a girlfriend. I mean, they're young. They're probably 19, 20 years old, and one of their girlfriends looks really young. So they'll send her on this app called Omi TV or Omegle. Yeah, we're basically you could just shuffle through people, and if you don't like them, you skip them or whatever. And they'll put her on there and wait till she finds older men who are like, oh, how old are you? And she'll be like, oh, I'm 16 or whatever. And they'll be like, oh, are you up for some fun? And she'll be like, yeah. And then all of a sudden the boyfriend will come in and be like, hey, who you trying to talk to? You trying to talk to an underage kid? And then they'll put it out on the internet. So I like all that stuff.
I'm all for
all that stuff. All right.
Like castration.
The what?
Automatic. I'm for automatic castration.
Oh, yeah.
Like make it normal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they I mean, these not only are these people so sick, but it's almost like it's one of those things that whether you're on the left or on the right or in the center or whatever, you can all pretty much agree that kid touchers are the worst. It's like that's the lowest form of life. It's like these are innocent people who have no idea like how you're taking advantage of them. And it's just, to me, it's like I would rather you kill a pedophile than a murderer. It's like if you had to put them in an order of scumbag, I think someone who messes with a kid is worse than someone who kills. Let's say they get into a fight with someone and kills someone, another adult. But yeah. All right, let's get back to some Jets talk. Hey, when you come in, I'll put the link in the description again in a minute. When you come in, you can talk Chris Hansen and To Catch a Predator, whatever. You could talk Jets Dolphins. You could talk top 5 Christmas songs, whatever you want. We are open to it here on the Midnight Mike Show. Let's bring in one of our resident regulars. He actually has a weird thing with kids. He doesn't believe me. He's not some weirdo. All he does is like to throw them around. That's all he likes to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him in. Mets 2128.
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mets. How you doing?
Hello, Mets.
Not all that great. I've been fighting a cold all week. It's a consequence of going to WrestleCade with the wrong jacket.
What does a jacket have to do with it? Oh, you were cold or something?
It was cold, and I brought a raincoat instead of a cold coat. In other words, I brought the...
Oh, interesting.
It wasn't heavy enough. Anyway,
I heard that was a myth, though. I heard you couldn't catch a cold, that you don't catch colds from going out and it being too cold or anything like that. It's probably because you went to a place where there's a bunch of people and somebody was sick and spreading germs.
Maybe that too, but anyway, you saw my top 5 Christmas tunes.
No, I held off on it. I want to hear it, Mets. What's your top 5 Christmas tunes?
Well, number 5 was the rockapella version of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, the original one, because I think Barry Carl does a much better job with the bass than George Baldy III did.
Wait, rockapella, is that Where in the World is Carmen San Diego? Nice. Yes. Love it. I got to listen to that.
Number 4 was Winona Judd and Kenny Rogers' rendition cover of Mary Did You Know? Number 3, White Christmas. I don't care if it's Bing, if it's Frankie, or Dino. Number 2, I think I said... forgot what my number 2 was.
Then it must not be your number 2. If you can't even remember it.
Hold on, I'll look it up. Oh, the Nat King Cole rendition of the Christmas song.
I love that. Love that song.
And The Prayer by Bocelli and Dion was my number 1.
Nice. Good stuff, Matt. It's good stuff. Have you thrown any children lately?
No. And if you're wondering why I picked those tunes, let's just say my mother has a few of those, at least 3 of them, on her annual selection of Christmas albums, Christmas tracks. So I almost listen to them every damn year.
I made a list, and I started deleting them as you guys were talking about them. So I still have some on the list. I don't think you guys said. Would you like to hear it?
Wait, before you say that, before you go, Murdog, Troy says if Mark Wahlberg and RFK somehow had a child, it would be Mets 2128. My question is I get the voice thing, you're going to go with that with the RFK, but are you saying that Mets is as handsomely attractive as Dirk Diggler himself, Mark Wahlberg? I mean, that's a compliment. Yeah, that's a compliment.
I think the middle finger was
he used to do he used to do those underwear ads. I mean, girls love Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. And the Funky Bunch.
Never a fan of that version. Never was a fan of the Funky Bunch. Was too young to understand them back then.
You don't like Good Vibrations?
Oh, that's just
I like the
song.
song.
No, he doesn't have any good vibrations. That's why.
So what were your songs, Murdog?
Okay, well, I had Wham, The Last Christmas by Wham. I had it, but I know Maddie mentioned that one. I had Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, but I saw somebody put that in the chat as well. Then I was left with Baby It's Cold Outside by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong.
Nice.
I didn't hear anybody say that.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a rapey song, remember?
Baby It's Cold. Yeah, look, that was a good one. Old school.
I tried to cancel that.
Jazz classic.
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. It's on every year now. I don't know. I just think it's a good song. I can't stand her, but the song is actually a good Christmas song. Like she's a great singer.
I agree.
I can't believe these two did not. My top 2. I can't believe these 2 didn't get mentioned. Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt. The original one. Eartha Kitt one. That one was great. And number 1 is Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, God damn it.
Love it.
I listened to that one.
And something nobody mentioned it. And if you grew up in the Northeast, they played it on New York radio all the time was Chiggity Jing. Hee haw, it's Dominic the Donkey.
I didn't put Dominic on my list because I couldn't stand it. I remember it got played.
I thought that was
Dominic
no, but you want to know the funny thing about Grandma? The funny thing, Murdog, about Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is it's hard for kids to get into it because the first few years I played it for my kids, they were so concerned that Grandma got killed and run over by a reindeer. I'm like, calm down here. It's just a song, guys. Like,
they did turn it into an animated special in 2000.
Yes.
I don't know. Weird Al Yankovic might have did like a remake of Grandma Got Ran Over. I don't know. I'm not sure.
The only Christmas song I remember him doing was The Night Santa Went Crazy.
Cena?
The Night Santa Went Crazy.
I'm lost.
I don't know if I know that one. I got to check that one out. I'm not that familiar with that one.
It's Weird Al saying that Santa's just so fed up with getting the same raw deal. They basically goes to the North Pole and goes on a killing spree.
Oh, that was the Weird Al. Okay. I wasn't so sure.
Boba Jet coming in. We haven't seen him in a little while. Welcome back. By the way, everybody, please, if you are haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. Hit subscribe if you're new on your way in or out. Hit that thumbs up button. It really does help out the show so much. You have no idea, and it's free. To just all you do is click it. Click the little thumbs up like button. But he comes in and says, Murdog, hope all is well. Midnight Mike, long time brother, been protecting myself from the pain. Happy holidays. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you, Boba Jet. Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. So look, call in, guys. I put the link in the. I don't think I put it in the second time. I will put it back in the description and try to get to some of you guys. We do want to know your favorite Christmas songs. If you checked out, I mean, Infrared is pissed in here about all those child predators on Chris Hansen shows that I was showing earlier. But we get it, man. We get it. They're the lowest form of life there is. But Matt, Jets Dolphins, what's your prediction?
I have a feeling the Jets are going to get turned in the scrap heap by the Dolphins and get eliminated. As much as I don't want to say, is this in New York or in Miami?
Miami.
It's in Miami, but the Jets are already eliminated, so let's not play any games here.
I know. I'm just saying at this point, I'd say Jets lose. I mean, at this point, we know Rodgers is the cancer this team needs to cut. Joe Douglas, Woody Johnson is comparable to John Mara. Both men are fucking idiots when it comes to picking GMs and coaches who are nowhere near qualified to run either the Giants or the Jets.
The only thing I will say to that, Mets, is that that Aaron Rodgers is getting his most dependable receiver back. He's getting Alan Lazard back, so watch out, everybody. Here he comes.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, both owners are fucking morons. In the Giants' case,
I can't
Steve
argue that.
Lister, get off his ass and rip control this team from Mara.
Well, there you go.
Mets, how do you feel about? Oh, good.
No. I was just looking on here, and Stuttering John Dixon Cider comes on and says, "Skol!" So yeah, skol. I know if you guys don't follow the Dabbleverse and Stuttering John, you're not going to know what we're talking about. But yes, the Midnight Mike Show is a huge fan and keeps up with Stuttering John and Steel Toe and the Dabbleverse and who are these podcasts and Shuley and all those guys.
And to a lesser extent, the Minnesota Vikings.
Mets, how do
Yes,
you feel
well, we
about,
know that, but
What were you going to say, Murdog?
how do you feel about the Mets signing Clay Holmes?
Oh, brother. Why put him in the rotation? He'd be better off in the pen as a middle reliever, not a starter.
What are you going to do when they send him back to the bullpen and then he gives up a couple of ninth inning 2-out homers?
At least he's not the closer. That's Diaz for at least another year.
how about the A's signing? What's his face?
Severino.
Yeah. What? The A's of all teams, like the team that has no home.
Why would he go there?
I don't know. It makes no sense.
They offered him probably the most money.
Maybe less pressure.
Yeah. I think he just took the money.
Infrared comes in and says, "I'm fucking livid where our country has turned the past few years." Thank you, Mike. Hey, don't worry. We're changing it. We got it. It turned around. It's turning around, Infrared. Keep your head up. Mets, I got some people waiting. Thank you so much for calling in. Hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday night and you won't be bothering Kurt Angle at a WrestleCade.
All right.
Did you challenge anybody for their titles?
No.
Why?
You should have.
So I did question Moose on when he was going to use option C.
Okay. Is that like a after night pregnancy thing?
No, I don't know. Yeah, did you watch the video? I feel like I need to pull that video. It's so short. I feel like I need to clip that video and put it in Midnight Mike Recommends. Get Met some views. I'll clip him just harassing and trolling wrestlers. But like I said, he doesn't even know he's doing it. But it's just the way he says things and whatever. It's just rude. It's really fucking rude. Everybody hit those thumbs up. All that stuff. It is free. Super chats, gifted channel memberships. We're kind of light on those tonight, but that's okay. You guys have been doing good. But seriously, on your way in or out, hit the thumbs up. That's free. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in our next caller. Let's bring in one of our moderators, Ricky NY. How you doing, Ricky?
What's happening, guys?
Hey, Rick.
You know, I'm gonna give a prediction for the game, and I'm gonna say 27-24 Jets. Because I can't root against my team. Miami's not that good. You know what? if I were the Jets, what I would do is the very first play of the game when the Dolphins have the ball, I would send Sauce on a blitz, because if he can knock out Bridgewater, he can damn sure knock out Tua.
Well, I think Sauce ain't playing from everything I've heard.
Oh shit, that's right. That's right. You know what? I would send DJ Reed. I'd send one of our corners.
There you go.
Go at him right from the beginning.
Real quick, let me just check this. It said DB94 says, I heard if you say that Bo Nix should win Offensive Rookie of the Year, 5 gifted channel memberships appear. Do I say, what if I feel like I'm lying? What if I feel like I'm lying? Is that would those memberships still show up? Do you just need to clip it? Like, do you want me to say something, DB, so you can clip it and send it to a Broncos channel? Is that what you want? Because I'll do that. I'll say it for the gifted memberships. The only thing I will tell you is I can't promise that I will mean it. But you tell me, DB. So Ricky, I think I had almost the same. I think I had almost the same score prediction you did. I think I had 27-24 or 27-23, something like that. I think the Jets are winning this game. It's a division. Hey, Murdog said it. He says it every week. This is a divisional game. It's going to be tough, and the Jets can win this game.
Right. And I'll give you another prediction too. Here's a hot take for you. The Bills not only lose to the Rams this week, they're gonna end up losing back-to-back games, because they do have their eyes on that Super Bowl, and they're gonna overlook. You know that the defensive tackle kid from the Rams leads all rookies in sacks, and their defensive end is second in sacks. The 2 kids they drafted this year, between the 2 of them, they got 11.5, and they're starting to get hot right now. And I think they're going to give Josh Allen some real problems.
Well, you're talking about Jared Verse, right? From Florida State?
Jared Verse, Braden Fisk.
He's from Florida State too, right?
Yep.
They both are.
Yeah, they were teammates, and they both got drafted by the Rams, and they're both starting to get hot now, especially Fisk. Fisk has been on fire like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In the draft.
Real quick, we got a super chat in the house. Let's hit that Jets chant. Jets. Troy Leach comes in with $5 Aussie, and he says, would you back Miami or to win, or Jets plus 11.5 for the same payout? What do you think, Murdog? Let's start with you.
11.5 points is a lot for,
I agree,
95% of the games, maybe except for like the Panthers, Eagles. How do you pass up on 11.5? That's tough. I'd take the Jets 11. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that
like once again, I'm betting the Jets win the game. So if they lose, I'm not expecting a Black Friday game like last year. If they lose, I think it's going to be a touchdown, a field goal, even if it's 10 points. Hell, if it's 10 fucking points, you'd still win.
11 points, you still win.
I don't know. And once again, I don't want to be the guy who you go and bet because I said something. Please don't do that. Murdog agrees. Ricky, do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you think the 11.5 would be the way to go? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because 11 points is a lot of points, and I don't see that.
You're getting 11.
I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked that that's the point spread. I mean, maybe it's different in Australia, but that's a big. The Jets have been favored to win the past couple weeks, and now it's a 5-point spread. I mean, I'm sorry, 11.5 spread.
The spread is Dolphins -6, but he's got some bet to where it's the same payout, like Jets -11.5, and the Dolphins just winning the game with no spread. So it's not the actual money line is Miami -6.
Okay. Real quick, DB94 comes in, channel member, of course. Thank you, DB. to clarify, says, no, I just know you hate him and I want to hear it, but clipping it would be funny if they end up playing again. Do I say it for 5 gifted channel memberships?
I don't think we hate Bo Nix. DB. We don't hate
I don't hate him. I just think he's a trash quarterback. I think he's had a few good games, but for my problem, my problem with Bo Nix is that Broncos fans are acting like they have their franchise quarterback. And it's like, you're not going to know that after 1 year. You're not even going to necessarily know that after 2 years. You know, you gotta, see what's going on here. But do I say it? Do I trust him that he will do the 5 gifted channel memberships if I say it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to mean it. He didn't say you have to mean it. So yeah, I'd say it. Why not? 5 memberships. All right, now, okay, DB. Here's what I'm going to do. Not only am I going to say it because I'd love to get, like Ricky said, I'd love to get more channel members. I'm not only going to say it, but if you really do gift the 5 after I say it, as a good, I'm putting faith in you. I will say something even more positive about Bo Nix. I won't tell you what it is, but here we go. Let's see if he did it. Oh,
so now I don't need to say it. All right, here it is. I'll say it. Guys, I'll tell you right now. Wait, ready? Start the clip here. Guys, I'm going to make a hot take right now. I think that Bo Nix should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's clear he should be winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this. I think the Broncos have their franchise quarterback on their team and ready to lead them in the next 5 years to an AFC championship or possibly a Super Bowl. There it is. I mean, it's a hot take, but that's what I think. Wow. And cut the clip. That's what I there we go. Because, ladies and gentlemen, our boy DB94 comes in with 5 gifted channel memberships. Jets. And now, honestly, guys, I feel like a whore. I just feel like a whore for money at this point. Ricky, do you have any favorite Christmas songs?
Man, I'm not huge on Christmas type music. I mean, when you first asked the question, I was thinking, and like there'd be like No Presents for Christmas, King Diamond, Dead by Christmas, Hanoi Rocks, a couple songs like that. But going back like real traditional, like The Little Drummer Boy is a good Christmas song. Then there's the one from like that Blue Christmas special when we were kids, the Heat Miser and Cold Miser song.
Oh yeah.
That's a good Christmas song. I like that. But one thing I like every Christmas time, and it's a guy that I know is one of the guys that started the whole thing, is Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh yes.
Every Christmas time. So that's kind of my idea of Christmas music. That's good stuff.
Yeah, their version of Carol of the Bells, which is one of my favorite Christmas songs, which I never mentioned, so I'm glad we're mentioning it now. But Trans-Siberian Orchestra's version of Carol of the Bells is outstanding. And my parents actually have gone to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra more years than not. Like, they love going to see.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's like a kind of Christmas time tradition for me too.
Very nice. So I mean, any other hot takes that you got there? I think we're all picking. Oh no, wait, Murdog, did you end up picking the Jets? You picked the Dolphins, didn't you?
I picked the Dolphins.
You always got to be difficult, Murdog.
I usually pick the Jets and we lose.
He's trying reverse psychology, I think, this week.
Hey, if it works, I'm for that.
Last week. You guys picked against the Jets last week.
I did.
Traitors?
But this is the Miami game. This is a game we got to get pumped for. Like, this is a game we got to win.
I'm pumped for every game.
Fuck the Dolphins. It's got to be even worse for Ricky being in Florida.
I really hate them and their fans. I'll always have. You know, yeah. The of all the games, like this is one that I definitely want to win.
Ricky, where
Geez, if
are
I
you?
have
I
one,
don't need you to dox yourself, but are you closer to Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, or Miami?
oh, I'm like 10 minutes from Tampa. Like I'm literally
Okay.
like right on the edge of Tampa.
Nice. I visited there a couple years ago to visit Hogan's hangout and
right.
his beach, and his beach shop. And I had a great time there. I mean, that bridge that goes from Tampa Bay into what is it, Clearwater?
St. Pete. Yeah.
Oh God, that was gorgeous. I could not believe it.
I got crazy. I was there the last 2 years, and we go for Hogan's Beach Shop, and then the restaurant, or vice versa, whichever we go first. But also we went wave running, and right on the strip, you can rent a wave runner. We went out, we went all the way around. As soon as we weren't even able to go full speed yet, a whole pot of dolphins started jumping out of the water.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. And if there's dolphins, like 6 dolphins jumping out of the water, there's probably like 30 underneath them. And then the instructor, like 10 minutes later, 20 minutes, whatever it was zooming around. And the instructor's like, "Hey, you guys want to see a manatee?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." So we went over. Manatees coming right up to the wave runner. And I know it's illegal to pet them. I wanted to reach down and jump in with him. It was like a big giant water doggy. Put his face out of the water. You see all the whiskers and stuff. His big face. It's like it's like a sea cow. And
That's
very
cool.
friendly. Very friendly.
Yeah, actually, the one other thing that I drove by just because I had to see it was I drove by the Scientology Center in Tampa, or where I think, it's Clearwater, Tampa, whatever. It's like a castle. It's just bizarre. Like that whole thing just fascinates the shit out of me. Like I love listening to people talk, like former Scientologists talk about Scientology. It's bizarre, but also so interesting. Like it's
Yeah, they have that. Hogan's got his place here, but Jim Neidhart is from here. Dude, when I was like in junior high school, a friend of mine's mom dated Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's cool.
Yeah. A friend of mine lived in the same neighborhood with Bobby Heenan here in Brandon, where I live. And then like when I was a kid, like a high school kid, a buddy of mine that was in a band, he went on to like promote some local wrestlers and stuff, but he was hanging out with Kevin Sullivan all the time. So I got to hang out with Kevin Sullivan a bit when I was a kid. And there's a lot of wrestlers in here. I mean, I used to go to the Armory, when Gordon Soley did the shows there, and I would go to those all the time as a kid.
First off, I do know that a lot of wrestlers congregate around Tampa Bay. It's like a very popular place for wrestlers not only to live but also to retire to. So I am aware of that. I actually ended up driving. I went to the 2 Hogan places. He had the shop, and then he had the restaurant. And then the next day I drove out to Orlando to go to the other Hogan shop. And yeah, they're different, but they're both really cool. Alan, I don't need your negativity. I could see Miami blowing out the Jets, and then he tells me that Tua is going to throw for 400 tomorrow. Guy, okay, you know what? Me and Ricky are we're rooting for our team. We're supporting our team. Now you have traders like Allen and Murdog. Murdog, do you think that Tua will throw for 400 yards tomorrow?
No, because the Jets always knock him out of the game. So I don't think he'll get to 400. He might get to like 380 though before we do it. I'm just fucking with you. No, I don't know.
Allen roots for everybody that's not the Jets.
Yeah. Allen is. We have a group of very pessimistic Jets fans that are in our chat, and I feel like we have, Allen's one of them. John Radcliffe is one of them. I haven't seen John in here tonight, but I'm willing to bet that he would be rooting, or not rooting for, but picking the Dolphins. So it is what it is. It takes all types of Jets fans to make the world turn, and Allen and John are those pessimistic Jets fans. Well, and Murdog. Murdog just really disappointed me tonight.
Wow.
Oh, and look, we do have some of our Dolphins fans in here. Hold on one second. DB coming in. Just praying Tua doesn't throw up gang signs from his back tomorrow. That'd be another concussion, and pretty much, I mean, he should be done now. Scott Black, we suck, but we'll still beat your ass. Yeah, we'll see, Scott. We'll see who's laughing on Tuesday night. And chances are it's going to be you guys because whatever.
What's the odds? The Jets
still no. Now there's a bet.
Yeah, that should be like a prop bet that the Jets will knock. Would we knock them out? Was it? We have done it a couple times, no?
I don't know if it was a couple times. Murdog knows the Jets will get waxed tomorrow. He's just nicer than me. Yeah, fair enough. Alan and Murdog and John Radcliffe can have their little we're down on the Jets. We're going to shit all over the Jets party. And we, of course, welcome them to the Midnight Mike Show. But unfortunately, me and Ricky and Maddie and some of the other Jets fans in here are looking to have the Jets just beat up on the Dolphins and give us just the slightest bit smile on our face this season.
Well,
that's what we're hoping for.
Now, if you ask Alan if the Jets win tomorrow, would he be happy?
Oh, no. I'm not like other people where I think Alan hates the Jets. I think Alan would be happy to see. Well, no, you know what? Maybe he wouldn't because he seems like the type of fan who would want the Jets to tank to get a better draft pick.
He is.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a real diehard fan, then a better draft pick is only the silver lining if you lose. That should never be the goal.
That's how I
am. And that's the way I look at it. Right. Since he decided to chime in with some negativity, I'm going to give you, I do have one more hot take for the end of the night that I'll give you, especially for Alan. That thing that was floated a couple of weeks ago by Gary Myers about how the Jets should bring back Curtis Martin as like a president of football operations, that's going to come to fruition because our next head coach is going to be his former teammate, Aaron Glenn, who is also going to steal the Indianapolis Colts offensive line coach, Kevin Mawai, his other former teammate, to replace Keith Carter. And we're getting the band back together, and we're going to win a whole bunch of games. So fuck you, Alan.
I am 100% okay with that, Ricky. I would love to have Aaron Glenn and Kevin Mawai, all those guys back. That would be outstanding. And then who talked to, was it, I think a couple weeks ago, Jake Asman was talking to, who was he talking to? He was on ESPN, and he was talking to another former Jet who's coaching in Maine right now. And I for some reason, it's slipping who he was talking to. But he was saying
Mike
that
DeVito, was it? I know he talks to him a bunch.
Maybe it was Mike DeVito. But Mike DeVito was saying if Rex came back, he'd cut 100%. He would do anything to, coach with Rex. Now, let's say it's not Rex. Hey, Mike DeVito. Hey, we got Aaron Glenn. We got Kevin Mawai. You want to? I'd be okay with that coaching staff. Bring back the Jets of the past, and let's try to make this work.
Well, we got Mangold hanging around the last couple seasons.
Yeah, he's always hanging around training camp and practices, things like that.
Yeah, he's always hanging around. But he, for whatever reason, he never really got into coaching. Whereas Mawai, he was in Arizona on Herm Edwards' staff in Arizona, and then he, made his way into the NFL, and he's with the Colts right now. So he's already coaching. But the one thing I will say that I mentioned this earlier, and man, it sucks that Mosley is out, and with a neck injury like that, that might be the end of his career. But just like the same way that we got Cromartie here now interning to be a coach, I would love to see them bring CJ back and intern him and keep him as part of the organization if he can't continue to play, along with all those other guys.
Yeah, No, yeah, CJ Mosley. I think he's done. I mean, there's nothing. He's too old. It's this injury was nagging him all season. It is what it is. But you're right. His brain and his defensive minded play. Like I would love to have him back in some capacity to help out the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
If that does come to fruition, I would just like it documented forever. That when you guys, not you, Ricky, but Mike and Maddie, were yelling at me that nobody wants to come to coach the Jets. And about 6-7 weeks ago, and I said, "What about Aaron Glenn?"
No,
well, you know what?
No, Murdog. No. I always said I would accept, and I think Aaron Glenn and Rex Ryan have no problem coming to coach on this team. They're former Jets. And they'll always be Jets. I was always talking about the Vrabels and the Johnsons and all those guys. Now, it even came out that Vrabel said something that he would be open to it. So there you would have me. I'm wrong, but not with Aaron Glenn or Rex Ryan. You ain't gonna get me on either of those guys.
Just saying.
Well, another thing is like, okay, if you heard Ben Johnson's comments this week, like he came out and said like the two things that he's looking for wherever he goes. Organizational alignment where, the coach and the GM, everybody is in step with one another. Well, even right before JD got fired, he was still saying that, he talks to Woody all the time. Everything was in agreement. The thing with that is I think what Johnson is trying to say is if somebody hires, say, Dorsey or Ray Agnew from the Lions, then he'll come along as kind of a package deal. I think he's like letting it be known that he wants one of his guys. The second thing that he said was the organization would have to agree with him what went wrong and how are we going to fix it. And you know what? Everybody, like these NFL guys, like it's like the industry that I was in. Like all the artists all knew each other. I talked to people all over the country. Football people are like that too. They all talk to one another. They all know each other. Ray Agnew's son works in the Jets scouting department. Okay, like Ben Johnson and those guys, they're probably like all of us. Like, damn, the Jets were completely loaded. They got Aaron Rodgers. I thought they were going to be good. What the hell happened over there? You think Ray Agnew isn't asking his son who's in the building, like, dude, what the fuck is going on over there? And so being that his son is in our scouting department and the two of them probably talk, I feel like maybe they might have a better idea than some of the other candidates what actually is going on over here. And for those reasons, I mean, it almost sounded like he was talking about the Jets without coming out right out and saying it. And I think he might be more of a possibility than people think. Like Allen's convinced there's no way in hell Ben Johnson would ever come here. But why wouldn't you? And Allen's going to say, well, Chicago's got Caleb. They got the quarterback. We don't know that Caleb is it. Everyone thought Trevor Lawrence was going to be it too. Okay. But, if it's the quarterback is the question, you got like, Caleb and Jaden Daniels, he looks real good. Last year, everybody said Anthony Richardson was the greatest thing ever, and then he hasn't been all that. But what if we had a quarterback that was like that quality that could go toe to toe with those guys and beat those guys? Well, you know what? The last 2 years in college, Jordan Travis played both Jaden Daniels and Anthony Richardson in each of those years and was undefeated against them. He was the front runner for the Heisman before he got hurt. And you know what? The only reason he fell so far in the draft was because he was hurt. And I think that people might be overlooking. We may have our quarterback already. Now, if you're going to tell me like, oh, those guys aren't going to want to come here and have to deal with Aaron Rodgers, we don't know that Rodgers is going to be here. There's probably a lot of those coordinators that look at Jordan Travis's college tape and go, you know what? Fuck yeah, I can work with that. So the answer might not be as far away as people think.
Yeah, No, I agree. And I also, I just hope we get this figured out. It's going to be a very interesting off season because there's so many things that need to be fixed and so many holes that need to be filled. But it's once again, I hope we get a decision from Rodgers early so that we know what we're dealing with. Because I don't, if he drags us along, which chances are he's going to do, I think that's going to hurt potential coaching positions, management position, everything. It's going to hurt everything. Whether he's playing or not, it's like we need a definitive answer so that we can move forward or at least build the team. But with that being said, very interesting offseason. Ricky, yeah, we're 20 minutes over. I want to thank you so much for calling in, and hopefully we'll see you Tuesday or next Saturday.
Let me see. It'll probably be I think it's a week from today before I see you again.
Okay.
Ricky,
well, you're always welcome.
I don't know yet, Murdog. I've got a bet in this week, and if I hit my underdog bet this week, I'm going. If not, I'm probably going to end up taking my tickets and giving them away to somebody else that can go.
Yeah, because I thought you had tickets.
Yeah, I got my ticket already. But yeah, right now it's just kind of a money thing. My job screwed me, gave me like 3 extra days off at Thanksgiving with no warning at all, with no pay. And they did give me a $50 gift card for the grocery store to make up for the $500 I lost by not working. So that was real nice of them. But so yeah, it just now it's kind of like, damn, can I really afford to take 2 more days off work to go to a football game and probably watch the Jets lose? So it's, if I win that money, I'll be able to afford to go. If I don't, I'm not. So ask me again on Monday and I'll tell you for sure. I hope so. I hope so, because I want to get to meet all you guys, all the fans, Clancy, King Lowski, Fireman Ed's going. There's a bunch of people going, Laney, a bunch of people that I would love to meet and hang out with. It just happens to be at a Jets game. I'm not really going to watch the game. I'm going to hang out with all the other fans.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Ricky. And for all you guys going to that Jaguars game, I sure hope I see some content from there, even if it's cell phone video of all you guys hanging out. But thank you, Ricky. I appreciate you calling in.
You can count on it if I'm there.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
See you later, brother.
There we go. All right. Now, Alan has asked to call in. He said, give me 5 minutes. I'll give him a few more than 5 minutes. But the thing is, I got to take a piss. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Alan on. I'll take 60 seconds. And then I want to hear everything Alan has to say. Let's do it, folks. Hit the like button. We are still not done. So keep hitting that like button if you haven't yet. It helps out the show so much. Here he is. Alan, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, guys. Nothing better than hearing Ricky NY say fuck you to me. I love it. It's great. I'm used to it, so it's pretty simple. The Jets are getting whacked.
Give me 60 seconds. Give me 60 seconds. Talk.
What's up, Murdog? How are you? Murdog. Okay, they're getting waxed tomorrow.
I don't know about waxed. I think that we're going to lose, but waxed. I mean,
they're losing double digits. They're losing double digits tomorrow.
All right, so 10 points is we're getting waxed too?
Oh, they're going to lose more than double digits. I mean, they'll lose by, I say 34-10, something like that.
Oh, that's getting waxed.
I think they're going to get blown out tomorrow. Yes. Especially with a hobbled Sauce. I don't know if he's fully been ruled out for tomorrow.
I think he's out.
If he's out, who the hell is defending that passing game?
I don't. Tyreek Waddle, Jonnu Smith now.
Yeah.
Damn, that was quick.
Over under 400 yards tomorrow.
How much?
Okay.
Under
400 yards passing tomorrow. The Dolphins will have 550 yards total offense tomorrow.
All right, so if he doesn't throw for 400, that's 5 channel memberships.
No.
He does.
No. But you honestly think the Jets have a chance tomorrow? Please.
I think
we definitely have a chance. No, a chance. Come on, a chance. I mean, Carolina was 3 points away from the Chiefs. Or wasn't it Chiefs?
It was the Chiefs, yes.
Yeah, 3-point game at the end.
Did you see that guy who made the $3.1 million bet at Circa this week?
Yes.
That's crazy.
$30K profit or something? Yeah.
That's nuts.
All right, so
a guy made a $3.1 million bet on the Eagles this week.
Just to win. No
just
points.
To win.
So he would only win $442,000, and he would
do
lose
that.
3.1 million.
I would take
So it was
that.
like 7-1 odds or 7.5-1 odds, something like that.
I would
Plus
I wouldn't make that
750.
bet.
I would.
I wouldn't.
I would.
In the game.
I wouldn't, because anything can happen, and it's not a big enough win for the loss. If you lose $3 million, you lose. If let's say Hurts gets injured in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's a game. And no, I'm sorry. As much as I think the Eagles are going to destroy them, I'm not making that bet. You need
42-17 Eagles tomorrow. I'll just say that.
I'm taking that bet.
I would take the bet.
It would be an easy 430K win.
Yes. As far as Ben Johnson is concerned, again, my crush. Ben Johnson has no interest in the Jets. Again, why would Ben Johnson come? What?
No, I don't think so either. I think that these big.
Why
names
would Ben Johnson want to come here where there's no quarterback?
Yeah.
Come on. There's no quarterback.
Nope.
And him and Caleb Williams share the same agent. So they've had discussions. So if I'm the Bears, I would hire him tomorrow. Whether they do, you never know. But I mean, that's the perfect fit. The other name I heard was if somehow, some way Zach Taylor gets fired, he would go coach Burrow in Cincinnati, which would be amazing. So
that would be good for him.
Yes. But again, I think the Jets are going to get waxed tomorrow. And I'm of the belief that I don't believe in meaningless wins. And this is a meaningless win. You're 3-9. You're
Alan, no game, no win against Miami in any situation.
Meaningless.
No.
You're 3-9. It means nothing. Zero. Especially when your quarterback is not going to be back next year. If we had a rookie quarterback, I'd think differently. We have a quarterback that is 5 games away from being an ex-Jet. So, like, I give 2 shits about beating the Dolphins with a 41-year-old quarterback who is 9 toes out the door. I couldn't give 2 shits. Honestly, I don't care.
No, look, man, it comes down to there's going to be somebody on the internet tomorrow freaking out with a reaction on this Jets Dolphins game. And would you rather see me freaking out, or would you rather see TD Finns freaking out because the Jets come in to Miami and beat the Dolphins? Like, I'm sorry. I need a break. I need a break from my heart.
Mike,
my heart needs a break.
Mike, this team is 3-9. I've seen your freakouts over the last month. You know what? Just be calm. They're going to lose 34-10 and just take it. It's fine. It's fine.
They're not. No.
You don't need to scream. There's no need to scream anymore. Why scream? This team is trash.
Because
trash.
I love this team. I love the team.
You can love this team all you want. This team is trash. The 2024 season is over. I'm sorry. You can scream all you want.
I agree. No, we're sweeping the Dolphins. That's what's happening. We're winning both games.
Mike. You are on some sort of something. I have no idea. So let me ask a question, okay? So when the Bills beat us 45-10 in 4 weeks, will you go nuts? Or you wouldn't care?
No, I go nuts.
You go nuts. Because that's going to be the score. But you're going to go nuts.
I hope not. Yeah, I'll go nuts because that's unacceptable. That's
Murdog,
unacceptable.
Are the Bills going to beat us by 5 touchdowns, Murdog?
Nah, 5, nah, but 3, yeah.
That spread will be about 16, by the way. Okay.
Yeah. Although you're probably right about the spread. I'm not denying you're probably right about the spread, but yes, I will freak out because I'm sorry. I don't care that we suck. I don't care that we're 3-9. I don't care that our season is over. I mean, the guys that we have on the team, regardless of who's on the injured report or anything, there's no excuse to get blown out by teams in the NFL. There's no excuse. And we need something as Jets fans. And by sweeping the Dolphins, I'll say, you know what? We suck this year. We're going to be in to rebuild next year, but at least I had those 2 Dolphin games that I can sit there and be like, fuck, we beat the Dolphins. Screw you. Like, screw you, Dolphins fans.
Mike, you can go crazy if they lose next week in Jacksonville because they actually might be worse than us. But the other 4 games on their schedule, they have no chance in any of those 4 games. None.
I can't.
Zero.
I get it.
Okay.
Alan, I get it. But
there's
my
only
point is
one
that-
game left in the regular season that matters completely. And that's next Sunday in Detroit. That's a good game. The rest of the regular season, no one cares.
Absolutely.
Bills at Lions. That's the only game that actually has Super Bowl thoughts in my mind. Other than that, who cares? Yeah, I don't understand why you go crazy. If they lose 34-10 tomorrow, there's no need to go nuts.
Because Alan, I've spent 40 goddamn fucking years
You
watching this
can't go nuts.
team.
The season's over. The season is over.
We can beat the Dolphins at least. At least.
No, you can't. No, we can't
Bring
beat
me
the Dolphins with this
bring me
team.
some sort of joy this season. I literally we had the Texans game, which I didn't believe till it was over. And the only game this year that I actually smiled and enjoyed the game throughout the whole thing was week 3 against the Patriots. I need something, Alan. I need something to make to put a smile on my face. That's it.
It won't be tomorrow, Mike. Don't worry. Mike, my advice is when they get blown out tomorrow, you know what? Pre-record something, okay? And make it like 2 minutes and just let it go. There's no need to destroy your blood pressure over a team that we'll say 80% of the roster.
Let me get this straight. You want me to pre-record?
Yes.
Me talking about the Jets losing.
Yes.
That's giving up. That's fucking giving up. Like,
It's over.
I know it's over, but we can still.
So why even bother? Mike, why even bother? It's not really worth it.
We got to beat the
It's
Dolphins.
not.
We got to.
My advice: pre-record it. You know what? Do it in the second quarter when it's 21-0. How about that? When it's 21-0, then you could pre-record it and just fill in the score at the end of it. When Tua throws his 4th touchdown by halftime, then you can pre-record it. Okay?
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I will hold out hope until the end of the game. It's
Mike.
I can't. It's just not in my being, Alan. It's just not in my being. Like, I will always root for the Jets to win. Listen, I will always root for the Jets to win. Okay, so that when they lost to Seattle, I was pissed. Obvious, we were up. We could have been up, like Murdog said, 28-7. Like, whatever. If it's another team, fine. But it's the Dolphins. I hate the fucking Dolphins. I don't care if we are 1-10. I still want to beat the Dolphins.
You hate them more than the Patriots?
Yes. I've mentioned this a bunch.
I don't even hate. How could you, Murdoch? How could you hate the Patriots? We never beat them in a big spot. They owned us. I couldn't even hate the Patriots. It's not like we were ever competitive. I hate the Dolphins more than the Patriots.
2010 divisional playoffs in Foxborough, the most amazing game that was ever played ever.
Great. I don't hate the Patriots. I don't. It's hard to beat. It's hard to hate a team when they beat us like 95% of the time. I hated the Dolphins. What?
That's why you hate them.
I don't hate them. I can't. I hate the Dolphins more than the Patriots. I do. Actually. I don't even hate the Bills. I feel bad for the Bills. The Bills are like us, but they actually have a real quarterback now, so that's the difference.
No, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Bills only because my aunt was a Buffalo Bills cheerleader during the Super Bowl era. So I don't fully hate the Bills like I do the Dolphins and the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, but it's just that Dolphin uniform is the first uniform in the 80s as I became a fan that I grew up hating. I hated the Dolphins. And I still hate the Dolphins, and I will never root for the Jets to lose, and I always hold out hope that the Jets will beat the Dolphins.
Mike,
and no,
before
I'm
I go,
not, I am not hosting the Mile High Mike show, DB. I am not. I would never trade on my team.
Mike, do you have kids, Mike?
I do. I have 2 girls.
Okay. So my advice is by, what is it? 1 o'clock, I don't know, 1:45 when it's 21-0. I would record it. Take your girls out for something that they want to enjoy. And by the time you get home, when it's 42-10 or 35-10 Dolphins, then you could record the score as part of that rant. There's no need to watch the middle of the game. There's none.
I watched pretty much every minute.
Then you're a glutton for
the
punishment.
Jets,
I'm sorry, it's not even worth it.
Maybe,
It's not.
maybe. I watched every minute of the Jets Black Friday game last year. Every minute. And I think I did record that one a little earlier.
Hey, Murdog, did you watch every minute of last year's Black Friday game?
Every minute?
Yeah, I don't think you
I don't
did.
remember, but probably
No, you didn't.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a glutton for punishment. So it's like if we're down like 35-0, I'm still going to stay at the game.
Oh my God. Poor
Yeah.
people. God.
Yeah,
Poor guys. Mike and Murdog, it's been a pleasure. Again,
Thank you.
they're going to
Thank
get
you for
waxed
calling.
tomorrow. And again, the only thing I agree with that idiot Ricky is I think Aaron Glenn will be our next head coach. I totally agree with that.
I'm okay with that.
I think
I'm
he
okay
will
with
be
that.
our 4th choice after the 3 guys before us laugh at us when we offer them jobs. And Aaron Glenn's like, oh, please, I want to come home. I'll coach your shitty team. And he will be our next coach.
I'm okay with that, Alan. I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I like
Mike, it's been a pleasure. And again, my advice again, pre-record tomorrow, okay?
Alan, I just want
No,
to get the veracity of this statement. Adirondack Fly Guy says, I wouldn't want to be stuck on a deserted island with Alan. He would walk around all day saying we were going to die. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, absolutely. My wife the other day
thank you,
asked me,
Alan.
why am I so miserable when I watch the Jets? And she always says, why can't you watch another team like every other normal person? So you know what? I get ridiculed at home. So
Well, Alan,
fine.
next time she says that, say, hey, go watch that idiot Midnight Mike. He's worse than me. He's even dumber than I
My
am.
wife loves Patrick Mahomes. Loves Patrick Mahomes. That's her favorite player. Yeah, love her.
Divorce papers, Alan.
I can't divorce her. No one else wants me.
All right.
Have a good one, guys. It's been a pleasure, man.
You and Ricky have a sitcom as
All right.
roommates.
Thank you.
That'd be fun.
That would be good. Like the real world.
Yeah, them two as roommates.
You know, like we could do a real world thing. Yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to get up enough money to put together a real world, like I don't know, like 10 Jets, like fans, content creators, or whatever, to all live in a house for like 3 months and just see what happens. And you have to get both ends of the spectrum. You got to get the crazy ones. You got to get the pessimistic ones. You got to get the optimistic ones and have them live in a house from like September to November. Because by November, the Jet season's over. So yes, those 3 months, you know, boom, like that would be very interesting.
I would definitely do it.
But yeah, no, there you go. Alan is a black cloud. Thank you, Adirondack Fly Guy. I appreciate that. All right, Murdog. It's we've gone 40 minutes over tonight, folks. I hope you appreciated that. If you are just tuning in, we're going to end the show soon, but go back. We did a top Mike and Maddie's top 5 during our intermission report of our top 5 Christmas songs. We did a new segment, Midnight Mike Recommends, where I go over the new Chris Hansen YouTube channel. If you don't know who Chris Hansen is, he just catches pedo predators, and but he's uncensored now. Now he can say all the dirty words that he was never allowed to say on NBC. And of course, we talked to Jets Dolphins. We gave our picks for the week throughout the NFL and had a good time. Murdog, once again, thank you for joining us, and check him out on YouTube at _Jets stream, and then put in Murdog. You'll find it. But I appreciate you being here, Murdog. I basically feel like now that Maddie has his new overnight job, I have two co-hosts officially. It's like, I have Maddie, and then you come in and you carry us through, and then he heads out, and then you're my co-host the rest of the night.
Yeah, we're like tag team in this.
Hell yeah. It's like a 6-man tag. We're like Demolition when they got Crush. Or we're like the fucking Freebirds.
Well, now we're like the New Day.
They're past my wrestling viewing days.
Yeah.
I know who they are.
Freebird. Well, the Freebirds became a rule. The Freebird rule.
Yeah, let's go with the Freebirds or Demolition. Let's go there. But unfortunately, I'm not Crush. I'm either Axe or Smash. Sorry.
No, you're Michael P. Hayes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got the hair.
Hell yeah.
The longest hair out of all of us. Me and Maddie don't have hair.
I guess so. I mean, I don't have long hair, but
I found your doppelganger, by the way.
Oh, is it the guy from Chicago Fire or Chicago PD that Bobby kept telling me I looked like?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. There was a great TV series. I don't know if it was on FX. Who's that lady? It was like surfer dudes, but a crime family.
Surfer dudes, but a crime family.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I could Google it.
I watched the series. I have. Ricky comes in and says, if you put me and Alan under the same roof, the real world would turn into Survivor real fast. I could promise you. Well, maybe the first two people in the house are going to be Ricky and Alan. There it is. No, I don't know what you're are you talking about Cagney and Lacey? Because that's what Roger F came with.
No, it's called Animal Kingdom. Let me see. Let me get the cast. It was a great series, Animal Kingdom. Let me find this for you.
No, Troy, can you whistle when you hold Lucille? No, what he's got to do is do terrible like nursery rhymes. He's got to hold it and be like, hickory dickory dock, something like that. 3 blind mice.
Hey,
that's what Negan always pulled that shit. Yeah,
maybe I can whistle a little bit. Hey, his name is Jake Weary. You're a doppelganger.
I'll have to check Jake Weary out.
Everybody Google Jake Weary, Weary, and that
making the show go longer, fucking Murdog. But hold on, got it. I can't blue ball the audience like that. Jake, what?
Weary, Weary.
Well, I don't have that long a hair.
Well, there's many pictures with shorter hair. Talking about the face and the beard.
I don't know, man. Once again, just like the guy on Chicago PD or Chicago Fire that Bobby Midnite said I looked like. I am man enough to say that I don't think I'm as good looking as this guy. Like this guy he seems like he gets a lot of ladies. Now, not that I didn't get my ladies, but this guy looks like in some of these pictures, it looks like he was in like Sons of Anarchy and like. I don't know if he was. I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
Jake Weary?
Yeah. There's a lot of pictures where it looks like he could have been in like Sons of Anarchy or something like that.
Yeah, because he's got the long blondish surfer hair and yeah, that's why because you're thinking of Jax. Just telling you, it's the face and the beard. That's your doppelganger. Yeah. Everyone tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I wouldn't say you're far off, but I'd say like maybe like let's say I'll be humble. I'm like a 10 and he's like an 11.
It's a strong resemblance. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to go there with that. I'm just saying that. I was like, oh, wow. He does look like that guy, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. I'll type it in. Everyone go decide. We'll take a poll at some point.
We are going down. We're going to be hitting 3 hours.
Well, I mean, as long we could do a poll for Tuesday or something, but anyway, but I want to see how many of the fan base agrees at some point. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up this late.
It's okay. It's okay. It's always fun when people randomly say that someone looks like someone, and then everybody has to like kind of check it out. But yeah, once again, you are down the second person to tell me I look like a famous person, so I can't take too much offense to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, look, everyone thought it was Joe Douglas.
Oh yeah, and I think that's a compliment because Joe Douglas looks badass.
He's a great GM.
But anyway, okay, Murdog, let me let you go. I appreciate you being on the show. Yeah, Murdog will of course be live tomorrow around 1 p.m. for the Jets Miami game on the _Jets stream. And thank you for being here and being part of the Midnight Mike show. I like having you as a co-host.
Thanks, brother. I love being here. Cool chat. Great partners to work with. It's awesome.
Well, I'll see you
tomorrow. Fuck it. Might as well go live, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of your stick, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. All right.
But,
I'll do one. All right, everyone. Michael, have a good one, brother.
Have a good night.
See you tomorrow. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We on your way out. Don't leave me yet. On your way out, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. I will truly appreciate it because that helps this channel so much. And before you head out, if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Guys, we try to be a little different. And I said this from the time that I started going live on this channel that I don't want to be like all the other Jets shows. And I think we have accomplished that. We try to go in different directions. We try to have different segments, things that have nothing to do with the Jets, nothing to do with football, but then it always comes back around to the New York Jets. Okay, so it is a Jets show, clearly. But with your comments, your involvement in the show, along with my co-hosts and my other co-hosts, whatever you want to call them, you got the Maddies and the Murdogs and the Shawns and the even Ricky and people who are moderators, things like that. And then you got Tommy Jets, you got who else? I mean, who am I missing? I feel like there's so many people that I can thank for making this show what it is. And that is, the late night New York Jets show. I'm your late night New York Jets host. And, we just want to have fun. And anytime that you guys want to bring up hey, let's talk about this. If it has nothing to do with the Jets, please feel free. Because I'll write it down. We'll bring up stuff. If there's stuff going on in the world, you want to hear our takes on it. That's what we try to do on this show. It's a variety show. It's fun. It's late night. It's not really for the kids, but it is what it is. And, I'm assuming that you guys like it. Our numbers keep improving. Our subscribers keep improving, all that stuff. And the more that happens, the more the numbers keep going up, the more the subscribers keep going up. You can guarantee that I will be here every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will be here every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as you all know, I'm always here with a reaction video after every Jets game. No, I won't fucking pre-record it, Alan. It's not going to happen. I love this team, and no matter who they lose to, I'm pissed. But the Dolphins are a special breed. They are, they are the Lex Luthor to my Superman. They are the Joker to my Batman. It is what it is. I can't do it. I take it extremely personal when the Jets lose to the Dolphins. It hurts. I don't care how bad the Jets are. It hurts worse. It just hurts worse. So I want to feel good tomorrow. Look, if the Jets win, my views on my reaction video are like 1/6. Like when the Jets lose, 10,000 views, 15,000 views, 16,000 views, 30,000 views. When the Jets win, I'm topping out at like 2,000 if I'm lucky, 4,000 if I'm lucky. I'd rather win than make the money off the reaction video. That's God's honest truth. I'm just sick of watching them fucking lose. I'm just sick of it. They got to beat the Dolphins tomorrow, folks. Good vibes. Let's keep good vibes. Even you, Alan. Even you, Alan. You may think they're going to get blown out. Let's have some positive vibes heading into that game. I am Midnight Mike, your late night New York Jets host, and I can't wait to see y'all next time.